No sound. Can you guys hear us now?
No sound. Can you guys hear us now?
Yes, that would be a yes.
So take the fancy microphone off, didn't work. It's using the audio from that camera, so just so you know, you're sitting right next to it.
You're sitting right next to it. You don't be lying. Okay.
Okay.
Well, I gotta find ourselves because I have no idea where anybody is.
All right, I'm still trying to breathe. I'm trying to not stress
Is
out.
this the one? No, that's only.
I'm trying to cancel out all those ones that are there that shouldn't be.
Oh, good, because that's. Well, because that's why I can't find ourselves.
Yeah, I just don't want people jumping into the old ones that were like 37 seconds or 30 seconds and thinking that's where we are. So.
I know. I have two other ones that say live because it's barn, indoor and outdoor. I don't have
those should be there.
a Q&A one.
They pop up on the screen.
Oh, that's helpful.
Well, is there a home screen there?
Yeah, and it says your current live streams, and that's not one of them. The Q&A
again.
This is the second try. Is that what it's?
Yeah, it says second try Q&A. That's what it says. Yep.
Oh look, everybody's there saying hi.
Yep, and there's 50 people over here, so I'm gonna say.
No sound. Can you hear me now? And Rachel's like, it's hearing me. I made it. Hello. Oh my gosh. Everybody's coming in. We'll give people time because this was another shit show.
Yes, exactly what she just said.
Sorry, little kids.
Yeah.
All right. Chris can hear us. We're good. Let's see who's here. Kathy's here. PB, Linda, Roxy, Holly, Lori, Miss B, Chris West, Lauren again. Oh, I already said Lauren. I don't know. Lauren, Val, Kimberly, Susan, Tina. Tina's here.
Tina.
She's up late.
Tina is up late.
Faye, Susan Typo, Heidi, Lid, Brenda's here. I had a fly.
Yep.
KFC. Oh, hi! It's been a really long week.
It's been a really long week.
Very long week.
And this was supposed to go a lot smoother.
We started hours ago.
I started working on this over an hour ago. Yep.
That's their plans.
Yeah. Yep. Granny Barb, Carrie E, Jan V, Lynn, Connie, S.
Okay.
Ireland, Nancy.
Can one of the moderators, because obviously I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
Clearly.
Can one of them take the link from this stream and drop it in the other two cameras?
Yes.
I think I already dropped it in one, but go ahead and drop it again.
Go
Say,
ahead
hey
and
guys,
drop,
they're gonna do their
in the indoor barn cam and the outdoor barn cam.
Right.
Drop this link. Let everybody else know that's the only link.
Go drop it in your Facebook groups and any other goat live feed. I'm just
Twitter,
kidding.
Yeah, any other goat feed.
Yeah.
That's so mean.
Did we drop again?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
How about you not touch anything?
I'm trying not to touch anything.
It's a little grainy. That could just be it could just be your monitor is so huge over there.
Yeah.
If you shrink it down to normal people mode.
Yeah, regular.
Yeah. He was like, I was just about to go full screen. Yeah.
I mean, we are on some people's 60-inch flat screen. Yeah, that quality really is.
It's this camera. We're never using this camera again. I don't plan on it. It looks good on a mobile.
It looks fine online. Yeah, on that computer.
Looks fine on mobile.
Don't look so good.
So we had to.
What are you saying?
If there were any.
My skin is.
If there were any.
Isn't clear. I have no makeup on. That was like on my things of lists.
Yeah, that too. Good night.
Was to. I can't talk. I can't. I was supposed to do my hair. I was supposed to put at least eye makeup on. And change my shirt. I have done nothing.
We can,
we put
tutorial while
Okay, I got it. I had a Force in HD.
Okay, so it looks better.
Oh
Yeah, I forgot we were having internet trouble and I had her lower her quality down. So that's good. So it should look better. Okay.
All right.
So we're getting.
Hi. Do you want to officially start our Q&A now that we've got a couple people here?
Once I get my drink.
Never mind. I'll keep saying hi to everybody. Let's see who else is here. I'm gonna scroll back up.
Nancy, she went to the end.
Not nice. Kathleen's here. Mary, Alabama girl. Debbie Z, Teresa T. Ooh, we're gonna start rapping soon. I can feel it coming on.
Oh, goodness.
Shirley B, I told you. T. Nina, Typo, Rachel and Nettie. There are two different people. I think Dolly C, Sue, Amy. I think I saw all these people. Raggedy Ann, I'm seeing. Michelle A, Lynn, Louise. Looks good on my big screen TV. That's good. Oh, Amy. Oh, I just.
Looks like a picture of her.
No, I totally. That's her. Hey, Amer. I think. Go to channel.
Two in and then others.
Not the same Amy.
Really?
Yeah.
happened?
Oh, okay.
I-
That's a very small picture. So it's like,
I thought I heard somebody say it. Something bad.
J.M. Davis and AKA Ho. Linda P. All right. Are we officially starting? Or are you
Sure.
still fumbling?
I'm fumbling because I was trying to make everything good.
Everything's fine.
No, it's not. My pizza's
Other than-
gross.
Our heads are chopped off, but don't touch a thing. We'll just go down like that.
No. We could slide the chair.
No.
don't touch anything.
Like
Don't
today.
touch
Don't
anything,
touch anything.
Javier.
All right, fine. Don't touch it. Our
That
heads
poof
are,
will just be a little.
he actually fixed it by a tiny bit.
No, look, my poof still isn't in the frame. It's okay.
Well, we're good.
That cord falls out. I give up. I'm done.
So welcome.
Welcome to Q&A with L&A. We should probably wait until he's done chewing so we can get in sync.
Okay. We don't need to be in sync. Are we ever really in sync?
Never.
Never. All right. So remember, if you have questions, put the question marks. This is supposed to be.
These are quotation marks.
Right. What you knew that. Right. These are supposed to be Q&As, but they've kind of just turned into hang out with us while we try to figure out how to use YouTube
And snack.
and snack. Right.
Saturday night snacks with Liz and Aaron.
Exactly. I see the chat going crazy. I see a couple question marks in there, but
Okay.
I am not going to touch that.
No, don't touch it.
Yeah. That's pretty much what I'm
So yeah, this is now
That's it. It's
our.
been a crazy week.
Yes. They know some of it with the power outage and the storm.
Power outages, storm, cameras down.
Rat in the barn.
Huh.
By the way, that rat. I
The
found it.
rat's not coming back.
That one's not coming back.
No.
Anybody else who tries to move into the barn?
Yeah.
We don't take freeloaders.
Nope.
So,
Especially not rats.
no.
So
All
the
right.
rat is out. I see some questions. I would say we get just right to what they
We're gonna
want to
get-
talk about.
Okay. Well, I mean, the big story of the day was Amy successfully bred this morning. And she finally came into heat. And yes, we brought her. She's gonna go a week late, and she's already 2 weeks behind Lucy. So
It's going to be a crazy year. Last year we had 18 babies in 9 days. 19, 18, whatever.
we
Amy.
had 15 babies, right?
No,
15, 16
I don't know.
in 8 days.
Whatever. It was an 8-day
That's
window.
not going to happen this
The
year.
year before it was like a 7 or 8 day window. The year before that it was like a 9-day window. It's always clustered.
Always clustered.
This time we're having some in January,
This year is a cluster.
some in early March, and then another one in late March. It's going to go on forever.
And Amy always goes a week overdue
And
anyway.
I bet you the fans like that.
Yeah.
They're like,
yeah.
yay, babies for months.
Yeah.
Hey, YouTube's going to love it. I won't. No, it's just easier. People ask us, oh, you cluster them? Well,
Well,
technically,
no, they all come
no.
in heat
They
at
come
the
in heat at the same time.
Hi, Hazel.
But you could just skip around to heat for half your goats and go to the next round for them. So if you had 200 goats, yeah, breed these ones 3 weeks later or whatever. start breeding these ones. Don't breed all 200 at once because that would be crazy, right? We don't like it that way. We want it clustered because we got day jobs to deal with and time off to schedule, and can't do that when they're going to have babies all over the place.
Yeah. Well, it'll be
fun.
It'll be interesting.
Sort of.
But yes, she was successful. I really, if had the time, I would have put her back in with great Moose. I did not breed her to Grayson. No. I would have put her back in with Moose this evening because she looks like she might be in a little better standing heat. But I don't know. Thunder looks like he's having a good time. You totally did.
You said don't touch anything. And
I did. I said don't touch a thing, and you touched everything.
No, I tried to help. Breathe.
We're going to take a sip. Long, deep sip.
Okay. Why do you think Amy went into heat much later than the other girls?
One of two options. No, actually, the first option you already told me can't be true. Option number one, what I was going to say was she's already pregnant, but she's not because she wouldn't have gone in the heat if she was already pregnant.
Okay, so unless something really weird happened, and we could hypothesize and speculate, and we don't know any of it to be true. The reasonable answer is that she went into heat 18 to 24 days ago, and it was just really quiet. She hit it. And maybe she lined up her heat schedule with somebody else in the barn, and Thunder was too preoccupied with them.
Yeah,
and just never picked up on Amy. Could have happened. Right. Could have. The rare, what I think could have happened, but
even more rare.
I don't really think it actually happened, but it could have, was that she was pregnant, miscarried, and then is now recycling.
Yeah. Hazel, you want my pizza crust?
Yes.
You got to come over here for the audience.
Come on.
Hazel, over here.
Don't give Stella.
Here. Don't touch the internet wire. Come on. Get out. Jump the wire. Thank you.
Good girl.
Right up here. Take it. Oh.
You can't have a giant piece
here.
like that.
That piece was bigger than your head. Here.
She is a savage.
Right here, savage.
She wants the big one.
There you go. Right there.
I want a little nugget.
Little nugget.
I don't want the whole thing.
No, you, buddy, your belly. Sorry, we got distracted. So we answered the Amy question.
Yes,
Good.
I think maybe she did go into heat because I did have in my notes that I did see a little bit of mucus, but she wasn't chatty. She wasn't flagging. She wasn't standing over at the boys. So all of those telltale signs were not full alarms. They were just very subdued. And I'm like, maybe tomorrow she'll be in a better heat. So
who knows?
Oh.
He's doing his mantra.
Yeah. Hey, Simons and all the workers. This is a beach bum. Saw the new tripod this morning, but did Aaron bring back any other good items from California?
Yeah, actually, I'm using. Can you reach that one over there?
This?
Actually, I'll show you both. Yeah, if you're into this gadgetry type stuff. So a small little foldable tripod. Brought that one home, right? This is an old light. Yep, actually, pass me that one. Perfect. Yeah, I brought home two. So this one. So it's a tiny little tripod. It can go in your purse or in your car or whatever, and it opens up at the bottom to a little tripod, and then the top part flips open to hold your cell phone. So it's a little cell phone holder tripod. And this, just like I like, was free. It was a free giveaway. And I got this light right here, this one here.
Not the tripod.
Right? Not the tripod, but the light. And one of the guys gave me that because I helped them with their booth. They were having trouble with their booth, so I helped them out. And I got that. So, yeah, I mean, giveaway-wise, that's really – I got some of those. I don't know who we're going to give them to. The little pop things that go on the back of your phone.
Uh-huh.
You know, you put it on the back of your phone and it pop, whatever they're called. That thing.
Yeah,
pop thing. I got two more of those. That was it. And a lot of education and a whole boatload of notes and a headache and a runny nose and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You know, that's it. And a selfie with a very famous YouTuber.
Mm-hmm.
Selfie video.
Story, I saw that. Yeah. And I'm like, I'm officially old because I have no clue who that is.
So that
Mr. Beast.
I don't know.
So did you show it to your kids?
No.
So show it to your kids.
I
They
will.
will
They're gonna
probably
lose
pee
their
themselves
mind.
and lose their mind. So if you watched our video we posted this morning, Mr. Beast, the guy that gave a shout out to Jake and Tyler, if you Google him or whatever, or even go,
He's got like
he does silly videos on YouTube, but he's got 28.4 million followers. And yeah,
not the
he's
one that's cracked
insane.
the lotto ticket.
yes.
Yes.
Oh,
He does weird things like fills your pool with Orbeez, or the last one he
He
did,
buys like the entire grocery store.
bought a whole grocery store, everything in the grocery
Okay.
store, and donated it all to the shelter,
food
Yep.
bank.
to the food bank. Yeah, he literally spent like 50 grand, smaller grocery store, like a
mom and pop.
Yeah,
it's
like-
like a small IGA.
like a
Yeah.
small
Yeah.
IGA. Yep, bought the whole thing and literally put it in U-Haul trucks and drove it all on like with.
Can we turn that?
And then the last one he did was he went through the same drive-through at a McDonald's 1,000
I don't want
times.
it on
Just kept going and
Yeah. It's
and I think donated all that too. But
washing her.
yeah, that's the type of stuff he does. Super famous in that I would say 10 to 30-year-old age bracket. Like
Wow.
ridiculous. But I mean the amount of charity he does, ridiculous. It's just
That's
insane.
awesome.
He employs, I think, a team of like 20 people now.
So how long did you get to chat with him for?
Oh,
Was it
no,
just, like,
he did a
quick,
presentation.
Like, hey,
He was a keynote speaker, did a presentation, and then after the presentation, a couple people got to go up and get a picture taken. And actually, if you didn't watch the video, the nicest part about it is I was just going to tell him and my son were huge fans. Can I get a photo?
Yeah.
And he goes, no, let's do video. And he turned the video on and he came up with that. So
That's
that just
cool.
shows how cool.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you know, some people do these keynotes. There was another guy there with a couple million followers, 10 million or something. He did his keynote and just like, thank you, everybody, and left and
Yeah.
doesn't stand in the line.
Yeah.
But I get it. They got family. They got things they need to do.
Yeah.
These are the type of people that can't go grocery shopping without somebody bothering them.
Right.
So
They get
You
it
know,
all day.
they
every
get it
day.
all day, every day, all the time. So it's like,
I know.
you know.
It's so hard.
What did the boys say?
oh, the boys like,
Lost
they're lost their
their
mind.
mind.
It'd almost be like if you were
We
a
should have
huge,
taken a reaction video.
Yeah.
I should have, but it came in. I
Yeah.
pushed play, and I didn't realize what it was yet. And Jace and Jake were both there.
Yeah.
And Jace was like, "Oh my God, Jake, he said your name!"
yeah. It'd almost be like if you were a huge basketball player and you met Michael
It's like the
Jordan
Beatles.
at the
Like-
top of his game.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, or meeting the Beatles at the top of their game.
Yeah.
It's literally like
That's great.
that level.
Yeah.
So that was,
So I actually want to shout one of our villagers out because
Yeah.
today is her birthday. So what?
okay, I'll tell you a story about birthdays too.
Oh,
That I learned at Vid Summit, and it's coming soon once we
Oh
figure
my
it out.
God.
Happy birthday,
So it's Claudia Lopez. It's her birthday.
Claudia.
Today.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
So my story. If you watched yesterday's video or this
Okay.
morning's about being in Vid Summit, so I have people I follow on YouTube all the time. I learn from them education. The guy from Thailand in the video, he is a huge YouTuber. I've learned a lot from him. I pretty much hung out with him for 3 days. We call you guys the villagers. They call their group the Niminatis because his last name is Niminati.
Oh.
Right? So it's the Niminatis. Like, and they got T-shirts, they got everything. And these people flew from Australia, from Thailand, from Netherlands, and literally flew into LA to all be together because they're moderators and they're people that like live in chat and are always in every
Yeah.
live. And these people like know them. They sit on the phone with them at night, like when family problems are having all this stuff. They considered me one of them because they see my name in all their stuff, right? So he took a picture. We literally sang happy birthday. They took a 30-second video, happy birthday, or something like that. And they're stringing that video together. They have the best live feed setup known to man. They literally own a studio down the
Yeah,
street
they're
from their
not
house.
us.
They're not us, right?
They've
Well-
got millions of followers.
They have 50,000 on one brother and like 200,000 on the other brother.
Okay.
But they're full-time YouTubers. That's all they do.
Right.
They travel. They go to conferences all the time,
Yeah.
everything. But the point of us singing that birthday song is they're taking it. So when they do live feeds and somebody's birthday, they're going to hit a button over here and it's going to play that song for 10 seconds. And I don't know how to do it, but I was like, that's cool. They're like, yeah, we're going to just hit the button. It's a birthday. And they're going to hit the button and the song's going to play. Like, it's just cool,
That's
interactive
awesome.
fun.
Yeah.
But that's the first time like we like ever had a birthday in our live feed.
On live.
Yeah, because I remember we had
Q&A.
Chris West a couple
Yeah.
weeks ago, and
Yeah.
yep, that was a long
Um,
story. But that birthday thing got me excited because he was like, "Yeah,
Clearly.
Yeah.
sorry, trying to keep my
Fine.
fan base." I was
Excitement
told
is good.
keep
Fine.
fans excited during live Q&As. Now,
Woo!
Boring.
Like, I don't know what to do.
boring.
Oh my god, we have to like do
Okay,
those
no,
poppers.
Or you
Streamers.
should just once in a while be like,
we could do
every
streamers.
time something exciting happens, just reach under.
Streamers. We should do gender reveal
How's audio?
for all the babies.
Is
Every
audio good?
ultrasound.
Do we know if audio's good?
They were saying it was good.
Okay.
Okay.
I
Because
think one person said it sounded weird, but it could have been.
it could sound weird
Such.
because we're using audio off this camera.
It could sound really weird.
I see a lot of questions.
Look, one of these days we're gonna have this down pat. We're gonna have a nice
We're
camera
gonna actually
with
build
a nice
studio.
No, we're not.
No,
Where
well,
are we gonna build?
no,
a
this
studio?
is what I mean. We're gonna build a portable studio.
pop-up.
It's gonna sit inside a briefcase, and it's gonna be the only reason it ever comes out. And we're gonna turn it on, fire it up, and be live, and it's good to go. That's what we need to do. Not run extension cords through the kitchen and wires halfway across the house, stuff like that.
All right, moving along. Linda said, "I would love to see Swanky Sauce in Louisiana stores. Would that be something you would consider?"
Consider yes. Will it ever happen? Probably not. So the reason is
Don't limit yourself.
I'm not limiting myself. If a Louisiana, so this is the thing. It's the chicken or the egg. There's a group of 10 grocery stores in Boston that wanted to carry my sauce. Those 10. They said, if your sauce is available at these distributors, we will buy it. The distributor said, because I called them, it was not available at those distributors. So unfortunately, I am at no distributor that would ship to Louisiana. My distributor only does like Connecticut, Mass, and Rhode Island. Like it's a tiny distributor. But that 10 grocery stores that wanted the product, the distributors didn't have it. So now I call the distributors and I say, I have a customer with 10 locations that wants to carry this product. Will you carry it? They're like, no, that grocery store needs to call me, not the person that makes the sauce. Yeah, that's how distributors work. So the distributor was like, oh, wait a second. I make the product. I'm letting you know. He's like, yeah, people lie to us all the time. Tell the grocery store, because I get it.
Yeah.
Tell the grocery store to put in an order, like actually place an order for your product, and we will carry it.
Oh.
But the minimum is X, and that grocery store, even with 10 locations, wasn't hitting his minimums. So I was like, great. So now I can't do it. It's the chicken or the egg. The distributor didn't want it because they're not going to move enough. The grocery
Yeah.
So the answer is yes, I'd love to do it, but we'd have to do it with somebody big, like a Wegmans or somebody that's like, yeah, I want one case in every store. Wegmans got 3,000 stores. That's gonna,
You can't.
I mean, that would be, and Wegmans would pick it up right here. I mean, but to get into a small mom and pop in Louisiana, no. But we ship online. We ship online.
Yeah.
It's on Amazon still, I think.
Yeah.
I think so. If not, it's cheaper on our website if you're buying more than one.
Are you gonna muck out the barn?
Oh,
You have a question.
yeah. Can I have that piece of crust? That's her question.
How about you go out?
I didn't know she was whining for the piece of crust.
She was. Little piece for you.
You rats. You
Medium
need to do
piece
something.
for you.
You didn't even have to sit.
Yes, I will muck out the barn. That has to happen soon. Could
You
possibly
can't take it out
happen
of her mouth.
sometime this week, maybe. Or tomorrow. No,
Well,
not
I
tomorrow.
mean, considering we don't
It-
have hay. I mean, not hay.
So we'll go up
wood.
House of Pie update, right? They probably
Oh,
have asked, maybe. We're in a holding pattern on House of Pie, and I think you guys like when I get technical, so I'll get technical for a minute. They shipped us wood, right, for House of Pie.
I told you not to touch anything.
Rough pine is what we ordered. We wanted both sides of the wood to be rough, like make it look like a barn, rough sawn pine. They sent us rough on one side, smooth on the other. When half the barn, almost 3/4 of the barn is already built with rough on both sides. I was like, I can't use this. That would look stupid, right? So I told them they had to take it back.
Not to mention it wasn't the right thickness.
It wasn't the right thickness. It wasn't the same thickness as the other stuff. So it was a mess. It wasn't going to work. And that's holding us back because they had to get it shipped out of Maine. The rough, and they're
working on the
they
third
screwed that up
time.
twice.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're like 2 weeks into this problem. They said they placed my order. I don't know if it's here. So we're in a holding pattern on House of Pie. The roof is completely done.
We finished?
Yep, the
Yeah.
roof's completely finished. We finished that up last week. We finished all the fancy, nice part in the front. Did you ever post that?
No.
No, she didn't post that, so you didn't see it. But we finished the fancy part in the front. We might be able to, if we wanted to tomorrow, build 1 or 2 doors.
Out of the wood we have.
Out of the wood we have. We can
Yeah.
go out there and check and say, can we build a door or 2? But the other option actually is to muck out. We could do that.
They really want to see this love affair. I know they do.
Yeah. There's only
Roxy asked, how or what do you do if the goats deliver in the middle of the night? Just wake up with a new baby?
no. So
Can I
yes, go ahead.
So we pay really close attention to the girls leading up to their expected due dates. So when they hit 145 days, which is 5 days before their due date, we start really, we put them in their own pens, and then we start feeling their ligaments and watching their udders. And their ligaments and their udders are going to really tell us when they're getting within 24 hours of delivering. So once their ligaments are completely loose and you can't feel them anymore, in our history, in our experience, that girl is going to give birth within 12 hours. So if we're at like 8 p.m. and her ligaments are now gone, then it's going to be a kind of a sleepless night, and we have baby monitors and YouTube volume like way up high, and we just really, it's kind of, we'll even stay out in the barn if we think
Oh,
she's
yeah.
really that
Oh
close.
yeah, if it's 10, 11 o'clock at night and we're like, somebody's about to go, we just won't
Just
go to
don't
bed.
go to bed.
We just won't go to bed. Or one of us will and the other one won't. But
Take shifts.
yep, we have, but the baby monitor thing or the audio, we actually take our YouTube live stream and put it on our bedroom TV and
Crank the volume.
crank the volume. We can hear the rat running around. Just kidding. That's the first rat we've ever had in our barn in 7 years.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you a story about that rat now.
Yeah. It's a
So you
very
guys,
short
I was
story.
working on the computer and I got the text. I got a private message from our moderator saying, so a rat just came into the barn, and I'm like, excuse me, what? Because we've never had a rat before, and so I took a look and saw that it was the size of like Eeyore, and it was huge.
It was a big rat.
Miles was chasing it. It looked at least like half the size of Miles.
He could have taken out Miles.
It could have killed Miles. Like the
It
thing
could've.
was huge. So yeah, I was like, okay. We watched it for a little while. It left the barn. It went outside, and thought, off in the field it goes. So I go out, do the barn, throw the hay, rake, and all that. Angie comes in to say hi, because she just came. And I'm done. We're done. I turned the lights off, closed the door, and you had left a empty bag of grain from filling the rabbit's food.
Goat food this
or
morning.
goat food bin this morning. So I'm like, of course he leaves the trash out. So I picked the bag up very nonchalantly because that's what happens. And I'm like, I picked it up, I started walking, and I felt movement. Like it didn't feel empty either. It was a little too heavy, and I felt the thing jiggle, and I was like, what the heck is it? I opened it up, and I'm like, oh, the rat is inside the bag.
Yeah.
Alive.
Alive.
And alive. Yeah, because you were like, well, is it dead? And I was like, oh, no, it's moving. And so I, in my most calm voice, I was like, get Aaron.
Yeah.
Get it now. So he came out and took care of things. Actually, you took the bag and the rat jumped out of the bag.
I took the bag and the rat jumped out. and the rat happened to run into an old doghouse that we have that none of our dogs use.
It's really just for decoration.
It's a little wood doghouse. The rat ran into it, and I'm like, all right, well, you're done now because when you come out, I got you. And yeah, the rat's no longer.
The rat
here.
is no longer with us.
No, yes, the rat's no longer with us. So it very safely was disposed of.
Yes.
And you know, thank you whoever just dropped that super chat. I saw the screen light up pink. You know, I don't have fancy happy birthday buttons and like lights, but you never know. Coming soon.
Please don't.
I don't know if there was
Happy
a
birthday to
question
you.
dropped in that, but we got to go back to the other questions too.
No, but thank you so much. That was, you know, you guys, I'll
Highly
say it every
appreciate it.
single day. You guys have changed our lives. So it's not,
I can tell you that story about Vid Summit
this
too.
isn't just the one, you know, we aren't just helping you guys are very much helping us as well.
Totally.
Go ahead. You can share the story.
All right, look through the couple
I
questions.
will.
So this Vid Summit that I went to is the most like highly recognized conference for video creators. Whether you create on YouTube, Instagram, heck, I stood in line with a Warner Brothers director going to get Subway, who makes movies, and he was like, "I'm just here trying to figure this out," because what Angie just said. He goes, "I bring my niece to the movie set." And those are Hollywood actors and actresses worth millions and millions of dollars, like super, super famous. And these kids have no idea who they are.
Yeah.
He's like, so I'm just here trying to learn what it is you guys are doing that's attracting everybody's attention that we in the major studios are losing. So there's all sorts of people. You know, I met actually, it's funny, I'll go back. I met a guy who I've been talking to on Twitter for a while who has a daughter with cerebral palsy, who started following us because of our van video. And I met him first day. We like caught eye contact and it was like we were best friends. We talked for hours. He talked a lot about, he was like, yeah, my van cost me a fortune. That's awesome that you guys are able to do that. They had to do Kickstarter, raise money. So it was like, so I met another guy who had a video channel on YouTube that's all about alcohol addiction. And so, I mean, I met all sorts of, and then people that just do pranks and other people that do technology. But the one guy, he did a presentation all about mental health. And he used to have millions and millions of followers on YouTube. And if you go to his channel, it's Jared something. I could share it one time. I'll have to look it up. But he just stopped dead in his tracks, just stopped with YouTube. He couldn't take it anymore. He was like 5 million, 6 million followers. His channel hasn't had anything posted on it for 5 years. And he did a presentation about mental health. And he's working on a series that he is going to put out. I don't know if it's going on YouTube or what, but it's going to be like 7 short films about what this can do to people in a good way and in a bad way. And him and I had a conversation. We both cried, and it was like a bunch of 40-year-old dudes crying because we were talking about Jake and what Jake went through and how much we built this channel to help people. Like first, how to trim a nail, how to breed a goat, how to whatever. And then vlogging, fun, entertainment, escapism. And then when Jake went through his thing, we were like, channel helped us more than I think we helped them. And him and I were like, had a great conversation. So yeah, that was
I think too, though, when that all happened to Jake and we decided to share instead of like
hide, right?
Hide it. I think that's the moment where our channel turned a corner from, yeah, it's cute baby goats. Everybody loves baby goats to, oh, shit just got real.
Yeah, it just got real.
And like this is real life now. Right. It's not just all pancakes and roses.
Well, it's not just a live feed camera on the wall that shows animals walking around. No, it's animals and family, so it's both.
My favorite thing that somebody said about the channel was, I came for the goats, I stayed for the family.
Yeah, by the way, we're stealing that, don't copyright it.
That's our new motto. That's our new, it's going up on our like YouTube thumbnail thing that we have to cover. I don't know. But that's it's going to be that, because that sums up exactly
what's going on,
what our channel is about.
Pretty much what it morphed into, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, and it's now the whole community. So, okay. Will Thunder come back? KST. Will Thunder come back to this barn and be heat-o-meter next breeding season?
Hey, we might. used
I mean,
under.
Well,
No, he won't be
He
stinky,
won't be
you're right.
stinky at all.
Right.
I don't know if he might lose that natural instinct now that he's that far away from.
Yeah, true.
I don't know. I mean, he'll have other does in that barn to detect, and I guess if
Uh-oh.
he does,
Are we
what?
buffering?
Oh, yeah, you're,
What'd you touch?
I didn't touch anything.
Oh boy.
it's green, but it's coming back.
You should be
Stay
good.
still, only moving on.
Okay.
I'm getting stream health excellent, so
Okay.
hopefully it comes
Okay.
back.
It shouldn't be.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
It was just.
It had a moment. Oh
So-
boy, I think I'm having another moment.
Yeah.
I'm having a moment on my phone. I'm not sure. But yes, I think we answered that question.
Yeah, somebody said, buffering, and then right away I saw somebody else say it's okay now.
Okay. So it's just a quick thing.
Yeah, so hopefully we're
Hopefully
fine.
it's just a quick thing and
Yeah.
it won't be an issue because I'm still sitting here spinning, but my screen's moving.
Right,
So I
me
don't-
too.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's
it's
the same.
weird.
All right.
It's live with the spinning.
Yeah. Miss B, what is going to happen to Poppy, Penelope, Grace, and Evelyn when they breed next season? Will they and their babies stay in House of Pie?
And they won't breed next.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, well, Poppy is up in the
Oh,
air
yeah, that's true.
as to whether or not she'll be ever breed again. We're going to give her this year off, but really make the final decision like we did with Moo, closer to breeding season next year. So, provided everybody is in good health, those 4 girls will breed next year, and they will come back to
This
this
barn.
the big barn. And then we'll have to shift goats around. We have no idea what's going to happen during kidding season and spring and summer of next year. So we don't know if somebody else will have the year off and go live in House of Pie for that year. And, you know,
Yeah, we
Who
only
are
need
we
to
gonna-
breed so many.
who are we going to retire? And
Yeah.
all those questions. So that's getting a little ahead of ourselves when it comes to, anybody who's bred is going to go into the big barn. Anybody not being bred or wethers are going to stay in House of Pie.
We probably don't need that light.
Oh, yeah.
There's a button on the side, a little toggle.
Oh,
on
hello.
other
That
side.
got real bright.
There you go. I don't think that was that light. Actually, it could.
Kimberly.
Yeah.
If you don't know who broke the sign, we do, but we aren't telling.
Broke
And
this
she-
sign. Oh.
Well, this morning, a couple of the name,
Oh, the
Name
name signs, how they fall.
they
Yeah.
fall, and she put an emoji of a cow.
I was gonna say I could just.
There's
guess.
only one.
Mhm.
There's only
Yeah.
one who plays with the signs, and
Yeah.
that is our Moo.
That's a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, typo queen's like Liz knows, lol.
Oh, of course, it was Moo.
Bye. See ya. Amy asked, how do you know when they're in heat?
Oh, so Amy, I saw that question over here earlier.
Yeah, this is
Um,
going to be about 20 minutes ago.
So there's actually 3 videos we posted this year that explain how to tell if
How to
your
tell
goat's
if
in
your goat's in
heat.
heat.
There's a part 1, 2, and a 3.
Yep.
But to be honest, last year's video is better
Yeah.
if you go way back. Or if you just sort our channel with the most viewed video, it's got like 2 million views. That's the one, how to tell if your goat's in heat.
Okay, but if you don't want to watch the video, here's what you look for.
Right.
Your goat is going to go from a normal, stable, mentally stable individual to crazy.
Are goats ever mentally stable?
Most of them, okay, I
Got it.
can't talk
Okay.
about
Don't
Moo,
think about
okay?
Sadie
All right,
Think
got
about
it.
everybody but Moo.
So like Charlotte, she's
yes,
mentally
she's
stable.
mentally stable. Lucy's mentally stable, and then one day they just switch, and now all of a sudden Lucy is up the queen's butt, like headbutting her, and you're like, "What are you doing? You have a death wish?" That's where your goat has gone from mentally stable to mentally unstable, and heat will come very close behind that switch. All kidding aside, they will start flagging their tails and they'll have some mucus and they'll get a little poochy, some pinkness and swelling of their hoo-ha area.
Last year it was coined
This is why
coochie coochie.
Hoochie coo. Yes,
That was last
I
year.
know. I called this.
I know. That-
This
the
is why we're
audience had
fake
fun
farmers,
with
by
that.
the way, because I don't
Hashtag
call,
big farmers.
hashtag fake farmers. She's also going. Your goat is also going to start screaming like a little hussy.
Yep.
And if you have a boy, she's going to scream towards the boy.
Right. She's going to get closer to the fence as to where the boys are.
Right. She's going to hang out, and she's going to look miserable, and she's going to scream, and
Hey.
you're going to think, oh my God, the neighbors are going to call animal control on us because they're yelling, and it sounds like we're torturing our animals. And it all passes in
So
3
let's
days.
do that quick. Tail flagging, coochie, little mentally unstable, and yelling.
Can we get that on a t-shirt?
No.
You
told
know,
Not that one.
mentally unstable.
You might want to exit out and come back in.
I can't. I'm in the middle of something.
Okay.
Okay. Thunder's heater meter. Aaron, noticed you had severe allergy problems in California. Are you better now that you are home? That wasn't allergies. That was a
No.
full-blown head
I
cold.
think it was a full-blown cold. It actually started the day before I left, and I just had to fight through it.
Mhm.
Yep. Slept maybe, let's see,
The plane
Pretty
didn't help.
9 hours in 3 days.
Bless you.
You know, it's like you sleep like 4 hours a night while you're out there. So, yeah. So like 12 hours and 3. So lack of sleep, constantly talking because you're just talking and talking and talking to people.
Yeah.
And
And
yeah.
travel.
Oh, and the travel,
travel
the
is
air. I think I still
stressful.
don't think my right ear has popped from the last flight.
Travel has to,
Well,
you need
Oh,
to chew
it's,
gum.
I got a headache. Yeah, right.
I want like
Yeah, just to help.
open my ear. Yeah.
Yeah.
Open
Thank you.
your
It's the
jaw.
worst. It's the
Yeah.
worst feeling.
Oh, it's bad.
JM Davis, are you going to Bid Summit next year? And that was me.
So, what's your thought? You kind of saw. You didn't really. I mean, from the notes when you and I talked, because Liz and I talked about some notes we got from some people that do live streaming all the time. They're like, they were on freaking CNN and Fox News to talk about.
They are pretty impressed that we can get like
Yeah, they're very
24 people watching a black screen.
So it became a meet.
But I'm sorry, Fortnite just got millions
The
of
people
kids to
watching
watch a
the
black
black
hole
screen, a black
and
hole.
ruined the end of our vacation. So
Nicholas watched that for 2 hours.
yes,
Right.
I got a
something was gonna
I got a
happen.
phone
Hey,
call
Tyler.
at lunch. Like, Fortnite's broken, it's gone forever, we wasted so much money. And I was like, is anybody bleeding?
I think somebody heard you say the word Fortnite.
But
and it
did
came out of the
someone
basement.
die? No?
No.
Bye.
Yeah.
I'm going back to my wings. Hi.
How can we help you?
Nothing.
He would have had to burn this
Please
shirt.
don't touch any of these
Eat,
wires.
sleep, Fortnite, retweet.
So- So the point was, there's a lot of education. I mean, it's just classroom after classroom after classroom. So, I mean, I don't know if it's something you'd be into. Plus, it's a lot of networking. You're talking to strangers all day long. That's like a big no-no.
Yeah, but it's about my goats.
Right.
Like, I
well,
can talk.
yes. Once
I can
you
talk
do
about my goats.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's being away from the farm too. That's
yeah,
really stressing
and that's
me
a
out.
long time. It's like, excuse me, sir.
Excuse me, we're working.
We're in the middle of something. What do you need something?
Okay,
Okay,
bye.
bye. No, they don't need to
They
know.
don't need to see your Fortnite.
No,
They don't need to see
they don't-
that either.
He wanted to show you guys the Fortnite map.
All right, so there are 173 people in this chat room right now, and Brenda says only 85 thumbs up.
So
Hello.
do we just sit here and wait until
Yeah.
there's 173 thumbs up?
Show is paused. Whoa. Okay.
Okay, next
I
question.
can't-
Somebody did ask if you guys had like a Christmas sweater coming out. That was like way
Ooh.
early.
Okay, so not a sweater per se.
Oh, we should make an ugly Christmas sweater with Moo's face on it. I don't even know if we have that option. It'd have to be
An ugly, like
like an ugly sweater, like the ugly sweater content. But those are like
make
knitted.
it real
We don't.
tacky
Yeah, like with
like
stripes.
Christmas balls on it.
Oh, stop it, Hazel.
We do have a Christmas shirt coming out. I will tell you that much.
Yes,
But that's all I can say.
I think it's a long sleeve
I am
shirt.
sworn to secrecy
Right, it's a long sleeve shirt.
by myself. Yes, it is
Yeah.
a long sleeved t-shirt.
Yeah, it keeps the cost down instead of going
Yeah.
sweater.
Oh, you know what, Carrie? I have had this question asked to me more than once. Not today, but in the past. Do goats have morning sickness like humans? The answer to that is no. If your goat is throwing up, that is a severe medical emergency and you need to contact your veterinarian ASAP.
Yeah.
No, goats do not go through morning sickness. I do believe that they go through a hormonal change. Charlotte's first year being bred, for example, she went from my lap goat, like Pi is, to to standoffish. Like I couldn't even look at her and she'd just walk away, let alone think about touching her. Like she just didn't want, she was not snuggly. She didn't want to be affectionate. She didn't want anything to do with me. And it hurt my feelings. It did. Charlotte wanted nothing to do with me. But then now Greta went from kind of standoffish to very sweet and snuggly. So it's, they go through these hormonal changes. And I kind of wonder if it has anything to do with what gender they're pregnant with.
Oh, I have no idea.
Because Charlotte had, that was the year of the boys. Yeah, I don't know. I have to go back and look at my notes. We got to the section where everybody's wishing Claudia happy birthday. Claudia's not even here. No, Claudia was here. Claudia asked one of the questions.
Yeah.
Oh, well, she was here. We already answered the question about mucking out.
Yeah, we did. We have to do it. It's coming soon.
We have to do it because once winter comes, it's really going to pile up.
And we need it to pile up.
We need it to pile up, but if it piles up on top of what's already there,
no, we can't have that.
I will have Pi jumping over.
Yeah, we'll have goats jumping over the thing. Yeah, can't do that.
Oh, so Judy G sees that we're slacking and wants to know, when is the clock in the barn going to be reset?
When Bradley comes over.
And is the light in the back area burned out, or is the timer out of sync? It is out of sync because it was on at 2:00 this afternoon.
Can you turn it?
Look, I can change all of it. It's just when there is 32 hours of the day
in one day. Oh, we'll get so much done.
I will get so much done because that's my extra sleep time. So now I have full 24 hours.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't need that much sleep.
That's a lot of sleep. That'd still be good.
That'd be amazing.
Yep.
Wait, I could still get 24 hours worth of work and get 12 hours of sleep?
If you had
sign me up.
36 hours in a day. Yeah,
I'll do it.
Yeah, it'll get
You'd be
fixed.
so tired you would sleep for 12 hours.
I would, but I would get so much done.
Stella. Yeah, we have to fix the clock and fix the light.
Yes,
Got
it's
it.
on my list of
Check.
things to do.
Number 11 on the list. That only goes to 10.
Honey-do list.
I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Basil.
PMS. I think you kind of.
Oh, absolutely they do.
Oh, goats get
absolutely get PMS. Hello, have we seen Danica and Moo last year when she was not bred and she came into heat in like January and we had to separate her and Danica because they just kept going at it? Charlie stole a chicken wing.
Oh, Jesus. That'll
It's stereo. I can't even make this up. Charlie stole a chicken wing. The cat. All right, we'll bang out some questions while he's dealing with chicken.
Love the idea of Simon's Farm's goat game.
Oh, that came up in the video from Bid Summit, where they can make a game, kind of like Candy Crush, where it's like now a picture of Moose face.
Oh. And you gotta, we're working on it.
You defeat animal crackers.
Coming soon.
Yeah.
Coming soon.
We're working on it. Hopefully it doesn't turn into the
farm video game coming soon. Yep.
Someone asked on chat, they wanted to know about how long do goats sleep in a day.
Oh.
I don't know. It depends on the weather.
They
If
sleep
it's really
standing up
nice-
sometimes too.
Oh, yes. We have a question in the back.
How long do you go to that?
Oh.
Oh, that's a solid 10 to 15 years.
Repeat the question just in case it in here.
Javier in the back asked, how long do goats live for? And in my opinion, like from what I've experienced, it's about 12, 15 years.
Yeah.
I've seen them, obviously with good veterinary care and
it could be a long
diet
time.
and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah. They can live for quite a long time, which is why we really needed House of Pie. Don't worry, we'll be building another barn 5 years from now.
No, we won't.
Shut your face.
Won't
Look,
happen.
I said 5 years ago when we built this barn, I will never, ever build a barn again.
So do I.
We all remember that.
Look, a year after that barn was built, you were the one that
He
said
remembers.
we should extend the barn.
Yeah.
Dylan's like, yeah, I remember too.
Yeah.
You were It was your idea to extend that barn.
Yeah, so I didn't have to build another one. That didn't happen.
That didn't last.
That's a good question. Let me know when you're ready for another one.
Oh, good question. Yes.
Yeah,
go.
I'm good for another question.
When girls are in heat and thunder is humping them constantly, are they still receptive to the big boys? Do they like any male anytime at that stage?
There's a reason I call him a hussy.
Yeah, they don't care.
They don't care who it is.
But-
sometimes it's another girl.
But I think the
They
question
don't
there.
care.
Okay, so if Thunder spent all day with Amy, actually, okay, kids, close your ears. Made contact.
Uh-huh.
He can't deposit because he's fixed, right?
True.
Would that make Amy not want to go see the other boy go? No, she wouldn't care. She'd be like, "Send me over."
Because she just wants it for that entire
At
heat.
She
that
just wants
point-
heat cycle. They just
At that point, when she's in standing heat,
she don't
I
care.
mean, I'm sorry, but like she's like all day, every day. Thank you.
Yeah,
Like
she doesn't care.
she doesn't care. That's their hormones. Like their main job at that point. The boys' main job while they're in rut is to get everything pregnant.
Yeah, which is
No,
very
seriously,
buckets.
everything.
Yeah.
Yes, their feed buckets, their water, their hay.
They don't care.
Me,
Humans,
Aaron,
yep.
Stella, Hunter.
Yep.
And any goat we put in there. That is their main job.
Right.
Tunnel vision.
Yeah, tunnel vision. Get them pregnant.
Yeah.
I'm going to inseminate this grain bucket.
Yeah.
Yes.
You will have beautiful babies.
You will have beautiful blue babies. But yeah, so she doesn't.
She don't care.
I think we already answered that question.
I think you're about caught up.
Are we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Did you know that Moo has a twin at the Columbus Zoo?
No,
I did not know
know that.
I did see that she went. This is Kathleen Goodyear. She went to the zoo during their Halloween thing,
Yeah.
and she wore Simon Says Farm shirt.
Nice.
I haven't seen the pictures, but I know she posted them
Yeah.
on Simon Says Farm's Facebook page, so I'm looking forward to seeing them.
Got it.
And maybe she included a picture of Moo's twin.
Moose twin.
How does Hazel get along with the goats?
Hazel does not. Get
She
along
does.
with the
Well,
goats.
she doesn't go out and visit the goats.
No.
She cannot be trusted
Yeah, Hazel cannot be trusted outside.
outside, period. So Hazel's a very well-trained dog.
Right.
Except when she's out in nature. Not on a leash.
Good call.
Like if the front door opens,
Done. Training out the window.
all of it, she's like, who's Hazel?
Yep.
Like she has no idea what her name is. She has no idea how to heal, no clue how to come back. I mean, if that front door is open, she is in Salem 1 minute and Basra the next,
Yep.
which is like 2 towns over, but technically just the end of
Next
the road.
Yeah.
Right, Colchester's across the
But yeah,
street.
Hazel outside unattended is not good.
Hazel's awful.
Yes.
So yeah, she does not go out and hang out with the goats. Oh, Anna wanted to know, what do you think about fainting goats?
Overrated.
Yeah.
I mean, you're basically putting their nervous system into a seizure almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a defensive system. They do that. They do. The fainting goat does that, right? Gets faints because they're playing dead. They don't want to get attacked. That's the whole system.
Is the worst defense mechanism.
Right, like,
I've
oh, I'm
ever-
scared of you. I'm going to faint
Yeah.
and then wait 5 minutes or whatever, a minute. I
It's
don't even know
only
how long.
like 30
Couple seconds.
Yeah,
It only
20
works against
seconds.
bears.
And then, yeah.
Sure.
And it's just so people that buy fainting goats and just like, oh, watch this. It's not a good idea.
Well, and I don't like what humans do to those poor little fainting goats. They think it's a game,
That's my point.
you know.
Right,
and
right.
and you, dude, it's like even to people like us who put slides in their play area. You fainting goat goes down the slide, it passes out halfway down the slide and goes boom.
Right.
Like that's not very fun.
Yeah. Hey, no, internet wire. Ugh.
Oh my gosh.
Are you still with us? Because the cat and
Hazel, come on.
the cat and the indoor pony
Oh,
are
Dylan might be in the way.
having
I
a
can just
moment.
push him.
They're having a moment. Are you okay? That chicken wing. You smell like chicken. That's why she went after you.
See? They thought you were walking chicken wing.
And Stella, you know her history with chicken.
She loves
chicken. Oh, man.
All right, that was craziness for a minute there. Well, we are all set, I think.
The OJ Simpson of chickens.
Hopefully we're good. Where are we at?
Did you find a solution to getting Wi-Fi to the House of Pie?
No.
Well, House of Pie's not even done.
House of Pie's not even done. So
We're kind of
so
focused on the structure.
yeah.
The actual house.
We're building walls right now. And then the
Doors.
next thing would be water. Like we need to figure that out.
And solar.
And
or
then maybe
something.
some electricity, like some solar for at least a light.
That's a
That
good idea.
Did you see the thing I sent you?
you did. I did, but I haven't read it completely.
Oh, Kimberly wants to know, did you learn how to put computer name bubbles over each goat? It would be so helpful.
No, I'm not
Like
putting.
Danica
What's
would
that?
have a speech bubble over her head as she's walking around the barn. Come on.
Nope. Nope.
Because they can't tell the towns apart. It'd be so much easier.
Neither can I.
I know.
I only know Amy.
A follow me bubble.
And once Grace gets as big as Amy, game over. We don't know.
Over.
The whole no waddle.
Yeah, no
We're
following.
just gonna paint the inside of their ear. Be like, you're pink,
You're pink.
Amy.
No.
Oh man.
Why do you only let them make contact 3 times?
3's enough.
Wow.
Third time's the charm.
Right, third time's.
Yeah, and it's so
Our
we don't
lucky
have to
number.
stand there all day long.
Well, okay, so some of the boys can take longer than others to make contact 3 times, and
Okay.
I don't want to sit
It'd
out
take
there
hours.
for days, or hours.
And we're not a fan of leaving them unattended.
Not a fan.
So-
I won't let it
Giovanna
happen.
gets
Shit.
tired.
She'll do
They
it. So,
all get tired.
Yeah.
On the
I
third
only
time,
saw
I'm
you
rooting them
this
on.
year.
I'm like, come on, Moose, you can do it.
You need some Barry White.
yeah.
Yeah, I do. All right.
Would the boys fight if they were in the same pen?
Yes.
the death.
To the
Yes.
death. This time of year, they would fight to the death. Yeah, because they're not even, they're intact. Boys unintact. Yeah, you know what it is.
Fixed.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
correct.
Somebody said the camera's slipping and we'll only see necks in a little bit. No, I just think it's really funny because I kind of agree. My
No, I
point
can
is
see your proof now.
it's because I'm slouching.
Well, there you go. You're
Yeah.
working with the camera.
See?
They can only see what?
Oh, never mind.
They
Okay.
thought the camera was going like that.
Oh, no. We're good. We could crank the little handle on the side and lift it. But I was told don't touch it.
Yeah.
Well, that's nothing.
I
Don't
attempted to fix it.
touch it. Yeah. Right, Stella? Don't touch it. Got it?
Is it less expensive to feed and house a male goat all year for siring one female, or have the females bred by artificial insemination?
Ooh, artificial insemination is going to cost a fortune, right? They
Just
got
just the equipment to keep a nitrogen deep. I don't even know what the thing is called, but you need to keep the sperm at dry ice coldness. So you would need a machine, like some kind of freezer that gets down to minus everything. I don't have that.
Yeah.
And then, it would be helpful only in that it would help bring in new bloodlines or maybe even better bloodlines, but now you're paying so much. No, it is not.
No. Feeding a boy goat all year is not.
Feeding a boy
it's
goat
so
is
easy.
not that expensive.
No.
It's just hay.
Yeah.
So,
Just hay and water and grain for 3 months.
not even. Not even 3 months.
How often do you grain them during rut? Like right now? We've been at
It's only
least
been a month.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's actually only been since October 1st.
So why do you grain them just right before? Because it's hard
High
on them?
stress. Yeah,
It's so stressful for those boys.
It really is.
No, it
You
really
see
is.
them,
Yeah. That is pretty
That's
much.
a stressed out face.
yeah. That's high strung.
So, and they can lose a lot of weight.
They lose a lot of weight because they literally do forget to eat. They are in protective mode, so they are becoming territorial of their fence line, and they will headbutt at the fence line all day long, just to
Make sure the other
make
boy
sure the
doesn't
other
get it.
boy doesn't come into their area and potentially get their girl.
Right.
It's they're
Yeah.
ridiculous.
They can
One
lose a
track
lot of weight,
lines.
so they get grain this time of year. There's a quiet moment. Stella needs to dance. Just saying.
Oh, okay. No, we've got some
Got-
people that the moderators are taking care of.
Okay. Good job.
Tyler,
Oh, yeah.
like the king of the castle after his schoolmates visit.
They literally thought, oh, never mind. I thought that was a different question.
Oh,
Yeah, no, I don't know. I guess, maybe. He's brought animals to school before, and the kids have been to the farm before, so I don't know how cool his goats, if that's like a social status for him. No,
I think
they
the picture of
showed
him and Mr. Beast.
Mr. Beast, you talking to Mr. Beast and having Mr. Beast shout Tyler and Jake out,
Yeah.
his friends literally thought it was fake.
Yeah, like, oh, that's
Like,
fake.
they were like, that is so not even happening right now. He goes, no, it definitely is. That's
Yep.
my dad, and that's my name, and that's my brother's name. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I saw a lot of light bulbs. You guys
Yeah.
are awesome with your light bulbs. That means there's an idiot in the chat room.
It's a troll.
That's what the light bulb
Yeah.
means. You see an idiot, say
I was
something
like, does
stupid.
everybody have ideas? Why aren't
Nope.
they saying that?
No, that's so okay. I'm gonna actually go back. We haven't done this. If you're new to this live feed, put the name, just put new in the chat. That's it. Just type in new.
Mhm.
You know, because I know a lot of people don't like to type, and there's people that like
There's
to
a
just
lot of
sit and
lurkers.
watch. But we
There's-
just want to know who's new. Throw it in there. We welcome you. Thank you. You don't have to ask questions or whatever, but we just want to let you know that we appreciate you guys that just watch as well. But if you see those light bulbs fire up like that, that's done by design.
And I know a couple of you, because you text me behind the scenes all the time,
Yes.
that you lurk. And as much as I appreciate that, you can say hi.
You could say
We
hi.
don't bite. The
You
chat
don't
room
bite.
doesn't bite. You can
And,
see how.
and this is
Chris
one-
West, you're not new.
Oh,
You are not new.
yeah. That's funny.
Oh, but Marilyn is new.
Yeah.
Hi,
And
Marilyn.
so-
Welcome.
So
Kimberly
skinny.
said old.
Kimberly.
Kimberly came in new, but she has quickly become like OG. Let's see who else.
Jennifer.
Old timer here. We're not talking.
Dragonfly
Okay, wait.
love.
We're not talking about your age, guys.
Yeah,
We're talking-
no. We're talking about new to the chat, like you've never been, or to the live Q&As or whatever. That's what we're talking about.
Older than her.
Oh, you just dropped Stella.
I didn't drop her. She fell.
Stella,
Big difference. Big difference.
why can't you ever take accountability?
Because that was
You
not
could
me.
have caught her.
If I dropped her, she would. Why am I watching Fortnite? I was trying to find our Q&A.
Oh my god.
There it
Okay, so we're gonna go back. Marilyn is new. Chris West is not news. That's fake news.
Yeah.
Sue is new. Dragonfly Love is new. Typo. Come on.
Typo's
You're not
there.
kidding anybody.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I'm old. Everybody else is old. Not new, just lurk. But Nancy said, and Nancy O said that she's not new, just lurk. Okay, so
Well, that's what I meant. Like new, maybe no.
like, okay,
yeah.
you've never like put a comment in.
I like that though. That Nancy put that. You know, I'm not new, but I just lurk. So hello.
Yeah.
Now I'm not going to type again. So I just wanted you to know
I'm
that
old enough to poop dust.
That was efficient.
That was a good one.
Efficient.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. That's like, yep. Poof.
Like unicorn poop.
Oh, jeez.
Hey,
Look at there.
Okay, we're getting lost.
rainbows.
We're sidetracked.
Isn't
Yep.
that
Roll it back in.
we should have? I'm getting those.
Yeah, you
For
are.
next week.
Yeah, you
I'm
are.
getting those. Oh man.
Stella, they're ridiculous. I asked a simple question. Hello, all new people. Welcome.
Part of it.
Thanks for
There's a
hanging
lot
out.
actually not new, but lurk often. That
Yeah.
was Goofy Past.
Oh, I've never seen that one.
I've never seen
Yeah.
that name, but that's the point.
Linda P, which I do see every once in a while.
Yeah.
She gets in there. Mary E.
Someone that was
T.
asking earlier if you're going to sing tomorrow. Are you working?
I am probably not going to sing in the bar.
I was gonna say
You
if
never
he
know.
sings, I get the morning off. So
Yeah.
I'm all for he sings.
I don't.
I could use a morning off. Just saying.
That's fine. Take the morning off. I just don't know if I'm singing or not. Especially with this voice, I have to sing like some Barry White or something.
There you go.
You know,
Well, put Amy right in the mood.
That's
Oh,
right.
God.
That's
She's
right.
past it now.
she's past the mood. Amy's done.
She could be still in heat tomorrow morning.
There
Can't get enough.
you go. That could be a good one.
Javier's the
Javier will do the barn in the morning and sing to all of you. Yeah.
Oh man. Oh, been here since 2/13, Liz and my birthday.
Yeah.
Diane Gardner.
Yes.
It is.
So somebody asked, I think I saw it somewhere, something you learned while you were at Vid Summit, blah, 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 I think.
Yes.
What would you bring back to improve
Yes.
the video?
Oh, I have notes and notes and notes upon stuff. But one of the things was, and I don't want any of the lurkers to think this, right? Your chat room could get so, what's that word I'm looking for?
Did you read the same one I did?
So I don't know. I was talking to a lady about live chatting and chat rooms and things like that. And she just said, make sure your chat room doesn't get too clicky where they don't allow the new people in. And I'm like, no, we're definitely not there. That's not us. You know, we always encourage people to jump in and join and things like that.
Mhm.
But one thing they didn't understand was like, how do you manage a chat room 24 hours a day? I'm like,
Moderators from
it's
all over
moderators
the world.
all over the world, done by design. That's
Okay,
it.
it's not true. We have
And-
one moderator who's in a different time zone. Everybody else is in the same time zone
Yeah.
because we really.
But
That sounds like back up. All
yeah,
of us are on the East Coast or something.
yeah. So,
that
I
poor
mean-
guy has to hold down the fort
Oh.
while we all are sleeping.
But no, there's a lot of stuff I learned. They were definitely shocked that you can run a live feed and have people in there while it's pitch black. They were like, really? You can have 15, 20 people watching an all black screen? And I'm like, yep. Because it's not about what's on the screen. It's a community, right?
Mm.
So yeah, that's where if Liz goes back with me next year, the topic of discussion is community, you know, building that community. How do you build such a safe community? And you guys just saw it in action. You know, it's not just the moderators that throw out light bulbs, you know,
Mm.
it's the community is here to protect the community. You know what I mean?
Our community, our chat room is only as good as it is because of who's in it.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Like, because you guys are the ones that create and maintain the chat room as a peaceful place.
Yep.
You know, we all have our bad days. We all have our, you know, did I really read that wrong? Or was she really being like shady?
Right.
You know? But we're all adults and we can all work things through in a civilized manner. There's going to be disagreements.
Right.
You know, but we're still here for this cause, you know,
Exactly.
the enjoyment of the.
Right. Well, it doesn't even have to be goats. It could just be our wackiness. You know, it could be. You never know. Now it's probably the goats.
Speaking of which, you know that.
I do. I need dinner, but the cat decided to get to it before me.
He ate one chicken wing.
He ate the good-looking chicken wing.
The one you wanted,
The
right?
one I wanted. No, I
one.
actually don't even want them yet. They're not even
How much
done.
water weighs?
Yeah. Yeah. See? That's it. Teresa, you don't have to type. You're good. Thanks for saying something, though. That's awesome. Yeah. I don't even know how low.
We're on live now. Oh, I'm up to live now.
Yeah.
What?
So,
I need a drink.
so it's one in the UK, one in Canada, and two in the US.
Yeah.
Got it.
But the thing is, the two in the US and the one in Canada are all
East Coast time.
Coast time.
So it's whoa, you got me a big one. So it's 8:15
Yeah.
their time as well.
And I can't believe Tina's still here.
Tina's our UK.
Yes.
That's so I got to figure out a way for Vid Summit next year to fly Tina to LA.
Just Tina?
Well,
You're gonna leave
the
out
US
Brenda, Candy, and
To be honest, Canada, US, those flights are a lot cheaper than the UK flight. I need to rack up a lot of points. I got mine for free because I travel for work and I used all the points. So How many points can I rack up? We're gonna have to calculate that. We're gonna have the whole sign. Like I said though in my video, if I get all the moderators in our little village in LA at Vid Summit next year talking about goats and live streaming and whatever, who's gonna watch the goats?
Well, they were all in the
Everybody
lobby
on the
watching.
live stream.
I was gonna say
There were people all over.
there were no, all those moderators that were there for that channel were in the lobby on their live feed.
Yeah.
Moderating from the lobby.
Yeah. It was
Oh,
fun.
look at that. You guys go on vacation. Fundraisers for the mods.
Ooh, maybe I'll pull that off.
That'd be crazy. We have a year to figure it out.
We had a year to figure it out. Yeah.
Chatter slumber party?
Chatter slumber party. What?
Are you still having the chatter slumber party?
Whoa! I didn't know we planned a chatter slumber party. Did we really?
Show
We did.
us
It was
that.
kind of goat stock. Remember?
Oh, it was goat stock. You're right.
Was that the end of PA
Yes,
season?
it was.
We were delirious. You
We were
can't take
delirious.
anything we
Yeah,
say.
yeah. We that was a good idea. Well, we don't know. We're still thinking that one through. You're right. Having people sleep here in their tent, but I don't know if we're going to pull that one off yet. So,
I do have to say, and I
Yes.
know that this is hard, okay, because I've been one of these people too.
yeah.
When there's a community already established and you got a new person
Yep.
who might not feel, well,
They don't want to disrupt
They don't
what's already
feel
there.
like
It's
they
not.
fit in because, or they're not part of the crowd yet because everybody's really tight and close.
Mhm.
And that's what they were trying to say at Vid Summit. Like, it's
Yeah.
not a bad thing that your community's so tight and close. It could just, it's like,
It's very
It could
hard
deter.
for somebody who
right.
intimidating.
Mm,
Because you have to be pretty outgoing in a chat room
yeah.
to open up and say hey and try to fit in
Right.
when clearly there's a core group of people who talk a lot.
Sorry, someone wrote Coachella. And that-
Go
that-
to
Oh,
Coachella. That's a good one.
Coachella.
Yeah.
Coachella.
So I understand, like, there's a couple people who have said something that along those lines of it can be intimidating.
Yep.
To come into a community that is so strong, that does chat every day. But the thing is if you're there one day, I swear to you, because I see it all the time, the moderators and that core group of people are going to say hi to you, and they want to know, where are you from? What do you, what brings you here? How'd you find us? And
Yep.
join in on the chat. Like,
Yeah.
They talk about food a lot.
Yeah,
So
anybody can talk about food.
we can all talk about food, your likes, your dislikes.
That
and-
came up at Vid Summit. They asked, they're like, okay, so you got people watching an all black screen. Your watch time and your analytics must be ridiculous. I was like, yeah, I do 1.3 million minutes of watch time every 30 days. I get all choked up about it. No, just kidding.
That's
that
his
was my
numbers.
that was my sinus infection. But he goes, I have 300,000 views a month, which we don't have anywhere near that. And he goes, I don't get that much watch time. He had like 80,000 subscribers, 300,000 views a month. And he's like, I don't get 1.3 million minutes of watch time. And the number one category YouTube wants is watch time.
Back
So,
to my story.
It goes back to like, he's like, I don't get it. What do they talk about with a black screen? I'm like, it could be anything. They
Well,
could tell-
this week we had somebody whose daughter was in the
right.
emergency
I'm like,
room.
it could be anything.
And somebody's husband passed away and somebody's son passed away, and hey, I'm having a rough time with my depression or anxiety, and we have so many
Or it could be silly things like donuts. I see donuts on this screen
Every
all
morning.
the time.
every
Okay.
morning people pop in and they're like, here's your coffee, here's your donuts, like we're here.
Oh,
These-
come on.
What?
Somebody's username was shit stains. You guys should have zapped him before he said anything. They did. I know
Right
they were.
when he said
They were
it,
good.
yeah.
The minute he
You don't know that's his name until we.
Look, I'm trying to have a serious conversation and shit stains drops the mic on my conversation.
Yeah, and there's like no picture or anything.
he literally dropped the mic or dirty underwear. Boom.
You dropped your dirty underwear in our chat room.
I'm telling you, our mods are good. I just saw more light bulbs.
Oh my god.
Oh, that was great. But yes, you were
Okay.
trying.
Back to my serious moment. moment before shit stain comes back.
He's not coming back. They zapped him.
Shit stains too.
Okay.
Skid marks.
Shark. I mean, I don't.
Oh, my Lord.
Remember, Q&A's, adults only.
We really.
I just have to
We
say
need to
this.
start putting those in parentheses, like
There's,
adult
This is
tonight.
after hours.
There's a guy I work with
Yeah.
whose name is Shark.
Yeah.
No.
They nicknamed him that.
No, that's
Yes.
his initials. His first name is Sean. His last name is Hart.
Yes.
Sure.
It's hard.
Okay, back to your serious moment.
Back to my serious moment.
Yeah.
It means nothing now.
Focus.
All I was saying was, come one day, say hi, all of this, right? And then I don't know, Brenda just said something and I don't even know what it says. Say something, the community's welcoming, come back the next day, say another thing. The community will recognize your names. Like you will become recognized.
You're not
It's-
familiar.
We're not that big of a community where we can really miss anybody. So
Right.
come in, say hi. Everybody's so nice and so welcoming and really goes out of their way to make people feel welcome. So I don't want anybody to feel like they're not welcome on our channel.
No,
Because
not at all.
I
And
know
our
a lot of people do,
Yeah.
not just our moderators, our whole community.
Our whole
is
community will
really,
notice.
Really, really good.
They'll notice a name pop in that they've never seen.
Yeah.
Yep. I wonder if they have some secret list somewhere. Like
I cannot
like-
disclose anything.
like a name pops up that we've never seen and they control copy and paste like, oh, you just said you were new, but you're not new. You were here
Stop it.
yesterday.
I will
I don't
tell you that Nona had some pretty serious CIA documentation
Yeah.
when during her time as a moderator.
Yeah.
Yes. We knew ages, locations, like it
Spreadsheet.
a spreadsheet. Yep. But I mean, Nona had fun with it.
Hey.
Yep. I lost my place. We're still singing to Claudia. Maybe Claudia came back. Claudia did come back.
She did.
Yeah. I know. That was probably other than what song was he singing in the van?
Oh, that's the picture by Kid Rock and Cheryl Crow.
Yeah, let's sing Happy Birthday in that picture.
Do we want to? Are we up to live? I like my little phone
sorta.
holder. Forget your one. Take that one, but do you have the top of it that holds the phone? No, you just have. You
Never
don't.
mind.
It's in my office,
Never
the
mind.
other side of that.
I'm out. I'm out of the drink.
Going to try one more time.
How long to go to sleep? I
Ooh.
thought you guys
Ooh.
might
we
have done that.
Sorry, you're right.
Oh, sleep. Oh, I thought it was live for.
Oh,
We
yeah,
answered
sleep.
the
I thought
12
you
to
did that
15
one.
years. Sleep though? Oh, I did. I started answering this.
You
and then I
started
just
cheating.
got cut off. So I think it really depends on the weather.
I
like,
think that's what they asked
They
too.
go outside and they're not going to sleep. Although they do Sundays. I really don't know the answer to this question.
Yeah.
But they do. They sleep pretty much all night. They'll get up, have a couple snacks, go back to bed.
Yeah, they sleep a good amount of time.
Perfect life.
They asked something about Amy. Can you explain why Amy was so chatty this morning?
Oh, she was in heat.
Amy's in full heat.
So we woke up this morning and I did my normal check in on chat, make sure everybody's behaving because big brother. And I immediately heard Amy. And yes, people think I'm crazy, but I know every single goat's voice in that barn. So I know when Giovanni is screaming like he's being murdered outside, and I know Amy's little soft voice. And as soon as I heard it, I was like, Amy's in heat. I didn't even need to see her tail. I didn't need to look at Thunder. I hadn't even really wiped the sleepy seeds out of my eyes yet. I just knew Amy was in heat.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, didn't I really say? I was like, oh, praise Jesus, Amy's finally in heat.
Yep.
And you know what's not a coincidence? That I texted Dr. Kara yesterday and said, I think we might have to get blood work done on Amy.
Yep.
I swear to God,
They knew
one
you
of the
called her.
goats is smuggling cell phones in the barn and is reading my text messages to the vet. The goats know every time the vet is on vacation, somebody gets sick.
Yeah.
And the goats know if I'm talking to the vet about getting a little pokey, they better do what I ask them to do. And sure enough, after waiting for 20 days, she finally came back and she came in to eat.
Yeah.
They know. Thank you.
You see Sharon's comment?
No, that's talking.
Sharon, we got you. We got your back. We're here for you. Whatever you need. That's why this channel is on 24/7.
Oh, I was reading Stella's
I think it was Sharon. I don't know.
Yeah.
Right there.
Oh.
Yep.
While you're reading, do the goats get frisky in the cold weather?
Frisky in the cold weather.
Well,
Their attitude kind of changes when it
They get
cools
snuggly.
down.
You got to remember,
They're
in the
snuggles.
cold weather, they're pregnant.
Yeah.
So they get really snuggly and kind of like they won't want to get up. We'll walk in the barn in the morning, late pregnancy, and they won't even get up. They'll be like, "Yep, you're here. You're not giving me grain yet."
Pat, I see your question.
So
Yeah, no, they in the cold, I think everything slows down.
yeah, everything it gets slow.
Not only are they pregnant, so they're going to slow down based on that, but they
Right.
slow down because it's cold.
it's cold, right?
And that burns, being cold actually burns more calories
Yep.
than being warm or like, room temperature. So keeping your body warm in the wintertime is exhausting. So they do slow down their physical activity due to that and the fact
Other
that they're
than
growing
they're
babies.
eating,
Oh yeah, they do eat a lot.
they eat a lot more in the winter.
Well, Moo eats a lot. I don't
All the
want to talk
time.
about her. We're gonna need to start a GoFundMe for Moo's appetite.
Yeah.
Moo is. Last week there was one day we were like, is she ever gonna stop eating? Like she was resting on her knees while eating hay. So Pat J said something. She said, or he, me too. How is Jake doing?
Jake's doing good.
Jake
Jake is doing very.
He's
I don't know.
having these
Think he's-
glimpses of, oh my god, he's so awesome. Like I
Like
know he's so awesome.
Yeah, but he
Okay?
matured a little.
But as a
bit. I
mom,
don't know if
feeling,
I need that.
I see him at his worst. You see him at his worst.
Yeah.
And when we get these glimpses, he told me the other day, right after he had his group therapy, I was losing my mind because it had been a stressful week. So he came back into the car and I was a little heated and I was disciplining Livy for something she wasn't listening. And Jake came in after he had given me a tough time even wanting to go to group. And he came into the car and I was yelling and I apologized to Jake because, he came into this mess and I'm like, I'm sorry, whatever. And he goes, no, Mom, it's okay. Sometimes you just got to let it out. It's not good to hold all your frustration in because that can be harmful. You really just have to let it out. And I was like,
Who are you and what'd you do at Jake?
wait, is that my kid? So you get these little glimpses every once in a while of like the man he's gonna be, because stuff like that.
But it's not cool to be that person in front of his friends. You know what I mean?
No,
Like
not at all.
Like he did it today. I made him a burrito this morning, which will end up in Simon Says Saturday. You are going to get hungry after watching Simon Says Saturday tomorrow. But I made Jake a burrito, scrambled eggs and hash in the burrito. And like after he ate it, he's like,
Thanks so much for
Dad?
making my food.
thanks so much for making my food. I couldn't have made that, And I'm like, I could teach you. I'm like, give a man a fish, he eats once. Teach a man fish, he eats forever. You want to learn? He's like, nope, and walked away.
Because it's easier for somebody
Yep.
to do it for you.
Yep. He wanted nothing to do with learning.
Yeah.
But yeah, he literally was like, Dad, thanks for making my food. And I'm
He's
like,
done a lot. I mean,
yeah, he's come a long way.
he's come a long way. I just wish he would give himself the credit.
That's where he's nowhere near ready.
He's
to do that.
nowhere near done, obviously. His journey will never be done. It's going to be a work in progress, and
Right.
that's fine. But I just wish he would give himself some credit. And I almost want him to go back 6 months and watch some videos,
Yeah.
or just remember like what life was like just 6 months ago.
Can you do the floss for our audience? We've lost a couple viewers, and I was taught at YouTube, you need to know what your audience likes and give it to them when you feel your live stream is starting to die. It's not starting to die. I just noticed on my fancy little chart over here is not where it was. So she's just going to do the floss for you guys, you know.
You're torturing her.
I'm not torturing
The
her.
poor thing.
She
You cut her head off.
she had no head.
You cut her head off.
Stella,
Oh my
that was
God.
a silly floss.
Come here.
We'll have to try that again later.
Come here. You can't. He can't be trusted with you. Come here.
So it's actually funny. I was in a live
What a way
stream.
to bring my serious moment back to.
I had to
goofy.
bring it back around. Yep. So I was in a.
That's like more it's working.
It's working. No, that would be like this. No, I'm just kidding. We're not going to. Oh, stop it. So, all right, Stella. This lady literally.
That poor dog is being abused.
All right, Stella, you just need to sleep.
Dude, she loves this so much.
She does. If I put her on the floor right now, she'd come right back up. No, but she literally said in her live chat with her audience, the trigger for her audience to get them all excited and happy, like her live chatters, was bacon. And I'm like, how'd that happen? She was like,
Because
every
everybody
time.
loves bacon.
She's like, every time we talked about bacon, the chat went crazy. You know, the conversation would keep going. Like, what's your favorite bacon? Is it bacon on, bits on top of salad? Is it a bacon cheeseburger? Whatever. Then people started shipping her bacon stuff in the mail, and I'm like, nope, that's animal crackers. But for us, but it's just interesting. Like, your audience has these things that they hold on to, and she was like, think about it. What are some of yours? And you guys just brought it. I mean, Stella is one of the things these guys love. Moo is one of our big, our big things. And Jake, they talk about Jake. Jake's one of their things that they like to,
be updated on.
be updated on, kind of be involved in,
Yeah.
and it's great. So, needless to say, no bacon.
Dolly has to go. It's dinner time in Colorado.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's good to know. Yeah,
Yeah.
I liked we almost moved to Colorado, Dolly. We could have been neighbors.
It's on the bucket list.
It was there.
We should do like a
That was
family
way.
trip, like a dual.
I got a friend with a farm.
That was way.
In Colorado. See, I don't like the desert side of Colorado.
No, we looked at a place top of the mountain,
I need
like
mountains.
50 acres, little house, top of mountain. Like, out of the 50 acres, you probably use 10 of them.
From the last 4 years, just moved to like
Yeah.
Colorado Springs area.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she's like hiking every day. I see all the
Yeah.
pictures. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah.
I might have to go get you a phone charger.
Oh, shoot. I forgot to turn on. Oops. That's
Not
the button.
flashlight.
That's not the button.
Battery saver.
That wasn't the button.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. And I'm live.
Where'd we leave off?
Oh, where did you put all the cookies?
They are.
Oh, they're actually underneath our cabinets over here.
They're over this
They
way.
were over there. I looked over there, but that's
They
where my new
fit?
computer is. Surprisingly, they do.
Yeah.
I put all my lotion stuff down in
yeah.
the lotion room, so I have now 6 cabinets worth of animal crackers.
Well, Stella, what are you doing?
Mini
Yeah.
La
So we put the animal crackers that way.
Would you ever consider owning mini La Manchas? I didn't
Yeah.
even know that there are mini La Manchas.
Neither did I, but
mini,
no.
mini manchas.
Mini manchas.
Yeah. So, okay, my whole feeling about, we talked about fainting goats, and my whole feeling about anything miniature is why put all that time, resources, food, energy into a miniature something.
Right.
To only get half of
I mean, if
the milk out of it. You know what I mean?
Sorry, I almost cut you off. But you're right. We're doing this. We need the milk. We need the milk. We need to make a lotion. We're trying to grow
I'm
a
not
business.
going to spend all that time and energy
Right.
feeding an animal to have it give me
half the milk.
half of
Right.
what I'm getting out of a full size.
Yeah. But if you're getting two.
I am feeding my full size more, but it's the conversion rate.
Right.
It is.
It is. How much?
I can put in a little extra grain into my full size dairy goat, but get double the amount of milk.
Right. Put 10% more grain and get 50%
Yeah.
or 100% more milk.
Right. So,
I mean, if you're doing a
and
small.
it's also the ease of milking because those minis, oh my gosh. You want to talk about tiny teats. You're like,
This might bring us. This might bring us right to the most heated conversation of the whole live feed.
Uh-oh.
Okay, and I don't want it to get heated.
Uh-oh.
We're just gonna have a conversation, and I want our audience to chime in. And you're gonna use one word in the chat. Are we farmers or are we homesteaders? Go.
go.
So
decorate the barn for Halloween.
no,
As well.
we decorated the barn for Christmas once while they answer that farm
Yeah,
homestead
and Sadie
question.
ate the Christmas
And
lights.
Sadie ate the Christmas lights.
While the vet was here,
Thank
we had to
goodness.
mineral oil her.
To make sure she pooped out Christmas lights. But yeah,
Farmsteaders. What?
yeah.
Farmsteaders.
Farmsteaders.
You know.
So I'll rewind and
Nice.
Your
Yeah.
Simons.
A lot of farmers.
a lot of farmers,
Mhm.
which is interesting. So I'll explain why this comes up.
This is now a hot topic for
It's a
me.
hot topic. So while I was at Vid Summit, I met another homesteader, right? Who has 300,000 followers on YouTube, right? Is doing it right. And we're about to launch a video soon because him and I did a collaboration video while we were there. It's an awesome little video. Liz and I are going to add our 2 cents to it, and we're going to post it in the next couple days.
I love Susan's side note, but you're
Yeah.
not fake.
Right.
Right. So when him and I met, and I'm like, and he looks farmer, right? Overalls, white shirt, a beard, straw hat, huge farm. And I actually want you guys to go watch his stuff. Come back to us because I learned something about the YouTube algorithm, which is really funny too. We'll explain that in a minute. And he's told me, he's like, look, I'm trying to help you out. You start using the word homestead, your channel will explode because you are a homesteader. You're not a farmer. He's like, farmers are people with huge combine tractors that are running the American food system, right? That's what Google, that's what YouTube, that's what everybody thinks of the word farmer. Anybody that wants to have 5 chickens in their backyard and get some eggs, or wants to grow a garden, or maybe wants to go even farther and get, some sheep or some goats, that's homesteading because you're only doing it for your home, right? He goes, so start using the word homestead and your channel will blow up. He's like, I'm just trying to help you out. Don't use the word farmer. He's like, you use it, keep it. Simon Says Farms.
Right.
Don't change the name of that. But when you title your life, when you title certain videos, when you do things.
So you guys will have noticed we changed our thumbnail for our live feed.
Right.
And we changed the title. It's been the same title for a long time. It's, indoor cam, outdoor cam. And we're trying to use this whole suggestion.
Yeah.
And for me personally, I mean, I understand, but I feel like the word homestead or homesteader is trendy. It's the cool thing to do, and it's up and coming, and it's the whole foods, and it's the organic, and all this, and I feel like the word homestead can almost, in my mind, can be tied to people that I don't feel like I fit into. I feel like homesteader could be somebody who wears a skirt all the time, or makes their own clothes,
Yeah, exactly.
or homeschools their kids, which I'm not saying that's wrong.
It's just
Or
not.
I don't I'm not saying I don't agree with that lifestyle, but I don't feel like I fit into that category.
Oh, I can tell you.
At the same time, I also don't feel like I fit into my other preconceived idea of what a homesteader is, which could be the Pinterest people who think homesteading is this really cool thing to do, and it has to be, I need to have a little boutique coop for my chickens, and they have to have curtains hanging in their chicken coop windows. And
yes, people put curtains
people
in their
do
chicken
this,
coop windows.
and
They do.
and they're very popular on Facebook and YouTube and in
Instagram.
that community.
Yeah.
It's not realistic. So I'm very much a realistic in the sense of I'm a farmer. I get dirty. My goats, they have a nice barn, but they live on hay, and I'm not this Pinterest farmer, or Pinterest homesteader.
They changed the word for themselves.
They did.
Right.
They morphed it
They
into.
did. And that comes up. I don't want to give too much out. That comes up in this little 5-6 minute video him and I put together about what she just said. And it was really good. And he's on panels at these homesteading. I literally told him at the bar one night, I was like, look, if I went to the Homesteader National Conference dressed like this, I wouldn't fit in. He goes, but you're still a homesteader. Because that doesn't matter.
Right.
You're still getting your eggs from your land. You're using your land to surprise for your family. Don't care about what you look like. You don't look like me, and he's like straight up farmer.
Yeah.
Like, and I just used the word farmer and he won't even call himself a farmer. So he's like, it's interesting the way you're using it. It's a really interesting topic, but he was like, look on YouTube, type the word homestead in. There's more people searching homestead on YouTube or homesteading or homesteader that are
It's just
searching
because
farm.
that's what they're assigning that word to the same practice that we're practicing.
Correct.
We're farmers, but they're calling it homesteading.
So now we're about to make a shirt that says #fake farmer, and the word farmer will be crossed out, and it'll say #fake homestead. I'm just kidding, but that would be funny. I don't know. It's just a play on words, but he was trying to help me out. I totally appreciate it. I got the guy's cell phone number and everything.
Yeah,
like,
no, and I'm not
it was
dissing,
great.
and I'm not dissing the community.
Not at all.
I'm just saying, like, I don't know that I necessarily feel like I fit in.
It reminds me of the time, if you go way back, and anybody out there old like me would understand, when Tiger Woods started playing golf. He didn't fit in, right? He came in like not with the fancy, like they were like,
He wasn't the stuff.
he wasn't the stuffy, he brought an audience with him that completely different audience.
And changed the game.
Changed the game, right? Drinking beer on the side, like an audience that got excited.
Yeah.
Like no more golf claps,
Yeah,
right? They
this was a rowdy
cheered,
crowd.
right? They were excited. He totally changed the game, right? Exactly. And that's like, if I'm telling you, it'd be kind of fun to go to a homesteading conference dressed with my little hat on, my always be recording t-shirt and my jeans and my sneakers, and half the audience, maybe I'm wrong, and half the audience would look at me like, why is he here? But I don't know. I might be completely wrong. I might learn something. I might go, and there might be more people.
So
I mean, think about it. You guys would be considered homesteaders. Angie and Javier have chickens, and
Garden.
And
garden
and you can.
you can, so you would be considered home. Maybe not a homesteader because you're not completely off the grid and all that,
Well,
but
that's
you're
kind of one of the
homesteading.
misconception is you don't have to be off the grid in order to be considered a homesteader. That was a question here.
Right.
So,
Okay. Good.
as a side note, I actually watch quite a few different homestead channels on YouTube.
Do you watch any farming channels?
I don't watch.
Bingo. That's the problem right there. Not problem, but he just answered.
that's
But
the
if you
point.
were to look up
That's the
how to
point.
raise chickens,
It'll be
you don't look up how to
Homes-
farm chickens.
exactly.
Homesteading is the word they use.
Yeah.
Right.
So now those are the key words that are going to keep.
And that's what
popping
he
up
said.
when
He
you
goes,
search.
that's the audience that wants to find you.
Yeah.
And that's the audience that you can get. And that's
And it
your
makes-
point exactly,
It
right?
makes sense for your descriptions and your titles and all that.
Right.
If you guys still want to be referred to as farmers,
Yeah, he said,
no
yeah,
difference.
Because technically,
Yep.
you're a small scale farm.
we are, because we grow the peppers, make the barbecue sauce, and sell it off the land,
Correct.
which brings you a little outside homesteading.
Right.
But I still think homestead, to your point, you just hit the nail on the head, right? That demographic of people that want to get closer to the food and whatever are not searching the word farm. They're following homesteaders, not farmers. So needless
But
to
we're not
say,
Simon Says Homestead.
yeah, you don't
We're
have to change
Simon
that.
Says
It
Farm.
doesn't matter. Yeah.
It's for the point of.
So when we got into all of this back over 10 years ago now,
We're gonna get back to your
it
questions.
was called
soon.
Hobby Farm.
It was.
We were all hobby farmers.
That's right.
Remember? And they changed that to homesteaders.
That's
Right.
what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we were all hobby farmers, and that was a big thing.
Yep.
Now
Yep.
it's not. So I think it's just words and
That's in like the town laws
Yeah,
too.
hobby
Like
farmer.
hobby farmer,
Yeah.
this is what's considered. This
Yeah.
is how many chickens you can have. Because
Yeah,
you're a
hobby farmer.
Yep.
Yep.
So I saw a question here about Livy.
Shirley, yeah.
Yes. Okay, you got it.
Shirley said, missed my question again. How does Liv like school this year? She is one that will give you a run for your money. She's smart and cute.
So Liv loves school, but she gets car sick on the bus. That's what I got for you. Yeah.
Liv loves school so much.
Yeah, she's-
we had a meeting with her teachers, and her homeroom teacher literally said, I wish I had a whole room of Libby's.
She also wins best dressed.
She does win best dress, even though they're in a uniform.
Yep.
So yeah. It's all about accessorizing. She has to take the notes out of Charlotte's book, you have to, it's the Southern Belle rule. If you feel like you have over accessorized, take one thing off. Liv hasn't always followed that. She does look like she's the homeless lady who's put every piece of jewelry she owns on. All the bracelets, 3 pearl necklaces, couple barrettes, big Bobo.
She's definitely given us a run for her money.
Yeah, Liv is super smart, actually. She's spot on. She will call you out. She's a rule follower. So if we've set rules in the house, if you break that rule, she will point you out and be like, you didn't take your shoes off.
She is getting, though, to that age. What, 5, 6 years old?
She's 5.
She's 5, 5.5.
She's 5.
Okay, 5.
She just
where
turned 5
you'll tell her to do something, she'll go, no.
Well, that's the issue we had at
Yes. We're like,
in the
whoa.
car the other day. She didn't want to share the dinosaur with Quinn.
Yeah,
She
huge
snatched-
problem.
She snatched that dinosaur out of Quinn's hands and then refused to give it back to him, even though I was giving her the mom death stare. I was like, we are in public and I'm not going to raise my voice, but you need to get the dinosaur back. And she didn't. My death stare has worked flawlessly on all of our children except for her.
No. She's
So
like,
this
yeah,
is where
right,
we needed
Mom.
a private moment in the car.
Yeah.
And that's where Jake walked in.
Lauren, I think I saw your question. Some of Simon Says Saturday might have Amy's date on it. I don't know how much, but
You recorded it.
I recorded, but I think I was just having fun goofing around over there, not recorded for educational purposes. Simon Says Saturday is not designed for education.
All entertainment.
It's all entertainment. That's what it's
Lynn
supposed to be.
said Google shows homesteaders as being more self-sustaining.
Yeah,
I do not feel like we are self-sustaining. We still shop at Walmart.
right. Exactly.
This is why I don't
That's
feel like
why
we're
I said
self-sustaining.
I don't think we are homesteaders, but we're practicing homesteading, right? We're doing things that put us in that category. And if we want to help other people learn how to wash 200 eggs at one time, which I have that video on my channel, learn how to milk a goat, learn how to breed rabbits, whatever, all that, process chickens. Those are homesteaders asking that. Farmers are not searching that. They pretty much already know that stuff or are already doing the farming they want to do.
Kat Lockhart agrees with me. Homesteaders is just a fancy modern name for farmers.
That's pretty much what it is. Yeah.
But those are the words you have.
But those are the words I have to use.
So in order to grab the audience that we want and grow the channel, which is the ultimate goal, as much as we love you and our community here, and it's very tight knit. We still do want to grow.
I just
this.
think we could help more people. I really do. And I don't want it to sound cliche or whatever, but I think if more people found us and realized that whole tagline, I came for the goats, I stayed for the family, and they want to learn how to have chickens in their backyard, and they find us, but then find out, wait a second, our son's having trouble with the same thing they just said their son was having trouble with. Or I need a wheelchair van too. I mean, you never know what on our channel can get somebody here. So yeah, of course I want to grow it. Do I need 23 million followers and need security to drive to the airport? No, I don't want that. Nope, not at all. But I will fill our pool at Orbeez if you allow me to. Just saying.
Dude, it's your filter you're going to have to fix if the Orbeez get into it.
Right,
Not my problem.
We'll fill a pool
that
with
really
animal
doesn't
crackers and put it
So
in.
I'll go with it. Like, that's a sensory
He
overload.
heard me. He heard me.
Animal
What?
I said I'll fill a pool with animal crackers and put a goat in.
You already have the animal crackers.
Not for a pool.
Yes, we do.
And what?
A Walmart little pink pool.
Do what you
Yeah.
Oh my God, Luke's little
I'm just
soak
kidding.
tub.
We can't do that.
Luke's hot tub. We call it his hot tub because he's an old man now, so he needs to you know.
There's only one goat for that job.
Yeah.
You know the goats.
Yeah.
Move will. Oh man. Oh boy. Cowgirl asked Aaron, do you use keywords on your videos?
Yeah, I use tags is what they call them in YouTube. We use tags, and educationally, I'll get a little nerdy on the YouTube algorithm. Tags mean nothing. YouTube and Google and the way the world is going have done so well with what's called AI or artificial intelligence. They don't even need me to put in tags for them to learn what my video is about.
Hey,
The computer system behind YouTube will literally know what my video is about without me even putting tags in it. It's scary, ridiculous.
That's nuts.
So then
It
you
is.
have to technically put them in.
No.
You technically don't. They still say you should because the AI takes 48 to 72 hours to figure out what your YouTube video is
Gotcha.
about. And it takes time for that computer to scrub your video and be like, yeah, we saw a bunch of animals in there. We saw a bunch of people. Like it literally just does this, whatever. And it's pretty scary how it does it. But it's also pretty respectable because it'll see things that were like, nope, nobody should see this, and not even like show that video to anybody.
Wow.
Like this,
Yeah.
it's pretty impressive. It's called the Google Brain, and it's literally behind YouTube, and it's pretty. And I'll talk about that more in a minute. Go ahead.
Vegas Disney freak is
Ooh, hello.
finally seeing us live.
Hello.
She's in Vegas, loves the videos, loves the goats. You guys are awesome, Lisa.
Nice. I
So
go to
she's
Vegas every once in a while.
Finally catching us live.
Wow, that's awesome. You're
live
right.
and in person.
And in Vegas right now, it's
Is it,
probably
like,
7.
2 hours
No, it's
behind?
3 hours.
Three. Oh, Vegas is 3 hours. It's like California. Yeah.
Nice.
Don't ask me how I know.
Yeah.
I feel like I know every damn time zone at this point.
Yeah.
Travel to them enough, right? Yeah, that's the same. Yeah, so Granny Barb said years ago was involved with a group called Country Bound. You fit that image, country home living. I
Yeah,
think
completely.
back then, like these are the same words that have just or terms
Yeah.
that have morphed
Yeah.
over the years.
Right.
Same thing, different words.
Yeah, so back to that whole do you use tags. Yeah, I definitely
yeah.
do. But the most important is the thumbnail. It's got to be eye-catching. It's got to be something somebody wants to click on. I get it. You guys will click on an all-white thumbnail that says click. But that is a good idea.
Oh my God!
Write that one
Write
down.
that one down.
Yeah.
It's just a black screen that says click.
Or don't click here.
Oh, just like the don't touch the wet
Yes.
paint. Don't touch
Don't
wet
click.
paint. And you're like, ooh, is it still wet though?
But,
it is.
Yeah.
But my point was that was a brilliant idea. Write that one down.
Don't click.
Don't
do it.
It's the title, the thumbnail, and actually the time of day when you release it, based on where most of your audience is. That's important. But it's title and thumbnail and the description, what you write in the description, because Google reads the description, YouTube reads it, whether your audience does or not. That's not what's going to help. But the other one, and we're going to play this next week, is we're going to send you guys to go watch this other farmer's channel. Right now, let's do the math here.
Homesteader.
We have 13,000 followers. He has 300,000. Right. Google will know people that like this farm, this is us, left his video to go watch this guy's video who has 300,000. Watch one video. Don't watch a whole bunch. I'm just kidding. Watch as many as you want. But watches his video, and then when you're done, if you watch 1 or 2 or 3 or whatever, all I need you to do is come back and watch one of ours. Because what that tells Google is, wait a second, people watched this person's video and liked them and then came back to the Simons and watched theirs. Why not show more of his 300,000 people the Simons?
So that's the
It's
recommended.
the way the algorithm recommended.
After.
Exactly. So Google will say, it must be the same kind of audience. Let's give it a try. And then they'll start recommending my content to his 300,000 viewers and vice versa. And I mean, he wants to grow too, whatever. But they're like, yeah, send your audience to other farms that are like you. And if your audience likes you, they're going to come back. They're not going to leave forever. And you may lose some, whatever. But the point is you're training YouTube to tell them what other audience you want, right? Like these are the people, like the people watching this channel and Animal Adventure Park and the people watching this are the same people that would like.
By the way, we know exactly who's watching Goats of Anarchy right now.
Because we saw you all in there.
We all saw you last night. And
Yeah. Did she have her baby?
I don't know.
To
Actually,
let us know. Did we
Yeah.
have? I jumped in. Liz told me I wasn't allowed to talk, and then I did.
We saw all of our people talking, and we're like, they're cheating on us.
I'm like, I literally said, I just want to say, like, I want to be part. Their point was, don't think of other. Okay, so the biggest niche,
It's not competition.
the biggest thing
we're all
on
a
YouTube
community.
is people that do tech reviews. It's the biggest one, right? There's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of channels that say, "Oh, this is the new Pixel phone. Let's blah blah blah," right? Every one of those channels has hundreds and hundreds of thousands of followers because anybody that wants to buy a new cell phone or a new radio or whatever, they're going to watch more than one of you. They're going to get multiple opinions. So think of it in the farming world. If I teach you how to trim nails on a rabbit, you're probably going to go watch another farmer do it too, right? So don't think you're competition. Think you're in it together. And that was one of the big educational things so I've never done a collaboration with any other farmers or homesteaders or whatever until this one. And he was all about helping me. I mean, I got a cell phone number and everything. He's like, whatever you need, let me know, blah, blah, blah. Start using the word homestead, whatever. I'm going to put that video together. I mean, heck, he could be even watching us. No idea. But he was like, yeah, if I send my traffic to him, you guys watch a couple videos, you come back, could trigger the algorithm to tell his people to come. It's YouTube's not just post the video and put it up. It's really not.
It really is. I mean, you guys hit upon strongly the whole week was the YouTube community, the family.
Oh, it's all week. You saw it in that video. If you watched yesterday's video, I mean, I've never been, and Javier can attest to this if he's ever gone to any of the IT technical conferences. Those conferences, yeah, they're over at 6. Everybody goes out to the bar. They stay up and then they go to bed. This place, they didn't go to bed. They didn't leave at 6. They set up live studios in the middle of the hotel room to continue to work.
In the lobby.
Right. If you call it work, right. They're doing interview. I was on an interview of another guy's channel that he'll post out later this week. I was, it's just people are just constantly creating video, creating content, talking to other people. I mean, it was nonstop.
Val NC said, has Liv's hair grown back yet?
Yeah, I would say those
I didn't even notice it today because I was looking. I didn't notice it.
Well, that's because yesterday I parted her hair down the middle, and it's still kind of parting down the center. And where Quinny cut was right on her cowlick, but it's still at the awkward phase where it sticks straight up. But because her hair is so fine, when you part her hair over, it's enough weight to hold that down. And when I put it back in a ponytail, I can get enough hair to cover it so it doesn't stick up. But she also has this little bang here.
She has a little bang that I see every once in a while.
It used to be wispy, just a wispy thing, but now it's real bang.
Yeah. It's fine.
So I am
Quinn did okay.
Clipping it. No, he didn't. I threw every pair of scissors out in the house. Every pair.
She did.
Yep. So yeah, still not happy about that. Should be fine.
The chat rate is getting low. We might need to get them talking again. I'm just kidding. How far behind are
we? We lost 30 people.
Are the goats considered dairy goats? All the goats.
Yes.
Are all goats? Wait, all
goats considered dairy goats?
No.
So that's going to be my next question.
No, there are meat goats,
That's what I was
meat goats that are specifically bred for the
boar,
purpose
right?
of
They're called
meat.
boar goats.
Well, that's one of them.
Okay.
Kiko is another one.
Oh.
There's several.
I just learned something. That was incredible.
That's what we're here for.
There's several.
Done.
There's several breeds of meat goats. I don't know them all. But yes, there are definitely meat goats, dairy goats,
Little goats.
and then this miniature breeds that fall somewhere. Well, they're definitely not meat goats.
They're definitely not meat goats.
But they're not full. They're not full on dairy goats.
No.
And I'm gonna catch some heat for saying that. but they're not. So they are, but they're a showable breed. They have, breed standards, and
Yeah.
they're definitely like Nigerian breeders.
So the question is, you said you're going to get heat for saying that.
Well,
Does
'cause
the
I don't
American Dairy Goat Association, that's American Dairy, consider them dairy goats?
they
Yeah.
show in a
So
dairy
So they're dairy goats, they're just not full size.
they're not a full size
Got
dairy
it.
goat.
Okay.
So when anybody asks me what are what do you breed, and I say we breed full size dairy goats, Toggenburgs, Lamanchas, and Alpines.
Got it.
So yes, question from the back.
Question for that. So
We gotta get that.
Mikos. How long do they raise Mikos before they butcher?
Oh, yeah. Just chickens are different.
So it's a much shorter time frame. I guess it depends. So there's some cultures that actually want them to be younger. There's a whole. Oh, I don't know if they heard the question. The question was, with meat goats, what is the typical processing age of a meat goat? I'm gonna say it's from my limited experience, and I don't have any experience with meat goats directly, but from what I've heard in the community is that there is a thing called Greek Easter, and a lot of meat goat farmers will breed their goats specifically for the right age that they want to be, that religion wants them to be processed at, which is pretty young. It's like that.
It's almost like veal.
8 to 12 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That young for Greek Easter.
Yeah.
Because they plate it.
It's a delicacy.
It's the whole body. It's a whole body.
It's kind of like doing a pig roast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like if you were to do, in some cultures, when you do lamb, it's the whole lamb.
It's the whole lamb.
In
You put it
Greek-
on a spigot.
Yeah.
And
In Greek Easter, it's the whole goat. But they do, for the Caribbean cultures, when they do goat, you're gonna get a year. I'm gonna guess it's about a year.
it's about a year. I
That
think
way
they get
they're
to.
full grown. They're about.
I think I heard they're
200 pounds.
Yeah, they're big.
They grow fast. Boar goats.
Also,
I mean,
you feed them too.
Well,
I don't know.
the boar goats come out with the babies, right? But their legs are like stumps.
Oh, geez.
They're beefy right out of the womb. It's amazing the difference between a dairy kid and a meat kid.
So I'm going to answer a question
Yeah.
that I saw about how many peppers do we grow? Yards?
This year,
Or,
0.
no. We have some. So
The
let me
deer ate them all.
let me explain. Swanky Sauce, completely transparent and honest here. The only ingredient we grow on our farm that goes into Swanky Sauce is the habanero pepper, the super heat, right? It's our recipe. We designed it. It's us, so that habanero pepper, the super heat. So technically the mild, yes, there's nothing in that that's grown on our farm, but it's still my genius in the bottle. Just kidding. That was fun to say.
Because it'll be
So-
the only time he ever says it.
Exactly. So we actually to get heat in a hot sauce from real peppers, it actually doesn't take that much. So the year I grew a ton of habanero peppers, I think I literally had 8 habanero plants. Google it in the back if you can. Correct. I want you to correct me if I'm wrong. The average habanero plant, if done correctly, can have 200 peppers on it.
I mean,
What?
One
we've-
habanero
I've
plant.
never
I've had
that
it.
many, but I've had
we
a lot.
have
I've had it happen.
the first year we ever did habaneros, they took off,
Yeah, but it was
and
the
even
year.
last year
Yeah,
it
it
was.
you get a couple
Crazy.
hundred habaneros, smoke them, so you're
Mhm.
taking all the water out, but the oils stay. So now you have a
And the heat.
concentrated heat, right? You
Plus
don't
the
need
smoking adds a smoky flavor.
smoking as the smoky flavor, and then the habanero peppers go in the sauce. So I actually don't grow that many.
Yeah, they can go up to 200.
200, yeah, it's 200 peppers per plant, and I grow 4 or 5, 6 plants. Once the greenhouse is done, and I saw some greenhouse question come through, I haven't touched it in 2 years. I won't touch it until the House of Pie is done. The goal of the greenhouse was to grow like 10 plants. I was gonna
And
put,
then they'd be protected from the deer.
and then they're protected from the deer.
Yeah.
And all I have to do is once those peppers are totally ripe, I could freeze them, right? As whole peppers, freeze them up as whole peppers, and then throw them in my smoker whenever I want. Smoke them, and then they can make it out to. So yeah, it's not a farm; it's a homestead. I'm just kidding. That goes back to it's. My point is, it's not what you would think. It's not acres of peppers. You know, if I was making a salsa, I know a guy right down the road. I've talked to him. He had acres of jalapeno peppers, and he was making a salsa. Well, that's because you're putting the whole pepper in there. You're not dehydrating it. It's literally like I'm using the habanero for the heat. That's really it.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
I think the most we've ever gotten out of habanero plants like 4.
Oh no, I've gotten some
Why?
crazy.
We just
Honestly, if the deer hadn't eat them, the last 2 years have been phenomenal.
So that's 2 years have been amazing.
And we get
Phenomenal.
them really late. I don't know if you get them real late.
Well,
Like they turn really late.
so
That's because you got to keep them hot.
it's
You got to keep
only-
it 90
yeah,
plus.
So it's only because the deer have eaten the plant, like half the plant, that ours will ripen.
Oh,
What the heck is
that's-
this?
You
Ripen.
ripen a pepper.
That's how you pick peppers. I don't know. I was doing some apple picking today. You guys will like this. But yeah, that's if the deer eat them though, they do reflower. Then they'll
They're coming
but
back
then
right now.
they're- Yeah, but then they're not ripening. Well,
They
really,
won't ripen in
They
time because
won't.
it's getting too cold.
You got to pick them off of the plant, and then ripen them in the window.
So that actually goes back to Swanky Sauce being done with the next round of habaneros that I had to smoke to go into Swanky Sauce were very green and not red or orange. So the color of the habanero pulp, I would call it,
Will be
is
darker.
different, which could make the product a little bit darker. But we're talking real food here. This isn't, so that could happen. So
All right, we gotta get back on to some.
yeah,
questions.
somebody else asked a question about
I have a question.
can we do an earlier use
That was the
Q&A
question.
for
So Carrie asked, when could
Yeah,
the
we gotta
UK
do that.
people have an early
I feel
Saturday night Q&A? We promised them an early
We did.
Q&A like way back.
It was right when Jake ended up in the hospital.
Yes.
That was the Saturday.
We
it
were
was
supposed to
happen.
do a Q&A that weekend, and
Yep.
we
We had it
sorry,
planned out for 2:00, which would have been their
and we canceled it.
they're
And then-
12 hours behind or 6.
No. They're 5 or 6 hours depending on
6.
where you are in the UK.
Yeah. So,
But yeah, we have to really get back on that.
yeah, we got to do a 2:00 Q&A. Where
So
we're gonna
maybe
make it
next
happen.
week.
Let's
Maybe
look
next. No.
at no next.
week won't work.
What's today?
No,
Saturday.
next week you're doing the bow thing with your brother.
What's
It's
today's
Saturday.
date? I thought that was the weekend.
No,
Today's the 19th.
Oh yeah, you're right.
26th.
Next Saturday won't work.
So,
Saturday after that.
because we're gonna do like a 2 p.m. thing.
Actually
It's 5 hours.
5
it's
hours.
5 hours.
Yeah, so 5 hours. 2:00 would put them at.
What if we did like, hey,
7.
UK? Anybody from the UK? I don't
They're
know how
all
many.
sleeping.
Well, they can answer somehow. How can the UK people get to us? Can they put something on Facebook? Can you put something up
I
there?
guess they could.
My
put something on
question
the
is,
goat page, the
Next,
cozy
you're right.
goat one.
Next weekend yeah, you guys figure this out.
What if we do like a Sunday
Sunday.
afternoon?
Right, do a Sunday 2 p.m.
Will we be able to do that though, knowing that you're losing all day Saturday on House of Pie?
I don't care. That's fine.
Oh, I do, 'cause
If I don't even have the wood, I mean, we'll figure it out.
We don't have the wood in a
it's
week.
2 hours.
I'm gonna drive to Maine and pick it up myself.
That's a good point. I probably
Do it.
cut the tree down myself.
Pass through Massachusetts. Well,
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
I need
So
to stop there.
Carrie's away, she can answer.
All right, Carrie.
Oh, Carrie.
Would Sundays
Carrie's
work?
the one that
too?
asked. Carrie's the one that asked the question.
Actually, no. Oh yeah, it was Carrie. Yep.
Oh, her name is Mabel? I thought
Yeah.
that was the tree that we all pee at.
Oh,
Whose
the
name
goat.
is
The
that?
Goats of Anarchy. That sounded really weird.
So the baby was born.
No.
Oh, no. Still not yet.
Mabel hasn't had her babies yet.
Okay.
So that's so funny that Mabel is the tree that we all pee at. But that's that goat's name.
So the funny thing is, Goats of Anarchy reached out to us a couple years ago when we had a goat named Peggy Sue.
Yeah, I don't know if they reached out to us or somebody who knew them but kind of worked for them.
Yeah, there was
I'm not
something
sure
that
who it
happened.
was. We never actually followed through with it, but we had that. Danica's baby that year was born with Cache Valley virus.
Yep.
Well, was affected, had a birth deformity caused by Cache Valley virus. And so her front leg was on sideways. Like it was, the joints were all weird and everything. We found a great home for her, but in the very beginning, somebody either who really knew Goats of Anarchy well, like worked with them, or was a representative of Goats of Anarchy, said, hey, they might take Peggy Sue.
Granny
Right.
Barb just admitted they dropped the Simon Says Farms bomb into the Goats of Anarchy area. In other words, the people at Goats of Anarchy know that we're here. She said, we were watching and we let them know that you guys are here too. Just do it nicely. You know?
Yeah, no, don't.
Yeah, just
yeah,
do it
let's-
nicely.
Don't.
That's fine.
We don't want anybody to.
We let them have their fun. Let them have their goat.
Enjoy.
Go ahead, watch their goat babies be born. Because again, it's not competition. I think the more we all do it, the more we educate,
I think
entertain.
it's great that they went
Awesome that they went live. Their little
because
stall looked cool.
they have a cool story with this goat who was a rescue.
Yep.
I don't know 100% the story, but from what I've gathered on chat is that this goat has never been able to keep her babies.
Yep.
So
Got it.
in the place that she's at right now, she'll be able to raise her babies, which I think is fantastic.
Yep.
Obviously, because we let our goats.
Now, question about that.
Yeah.
So if she's never been able to before,
Yeah.
could it be possible that when she has these babies, she won't want to?
She won't know what to do.
She won't know what to do. She's already had
Possible.
babies so many times,
It's possible.
never had to do anything.
It depends. It depends
You'll
on the
see
goat. It
Right.
depends on her natural mothering instinct.
Yeah.
Mm,
Interesting.
It'll be almost painful to see if she does
She
mother
doesn't.
them.
Right.
No, if she does mother them, because that just means that she knew every single time her babies were taken away that
Right. Right.
she knew what to do.
But
she
she-
knew they were
yeah.
being
Or she's
taken
gonna
away.
turn out like Amy.
And be hyper focused on them.
Never let them go.
I don't know.
Yeah. That's
I don't
cool.
know.
Cool
But
story.
I think it's really, I mean, if that is the story, and that's what I've gathered from people in chat. So I don't know. I didn't read it directly from Goats of Anarchy.
Yeah.
But I just, I think every animal should have the chance to raise their babies, even if it's for the 8 weeks. Okay.
Right,
Because
of
I mean,
course.
we've separated our babies from their moms.
We didn't separate
At
some
8
soon
weeks.
enough.
Clearly. But we also do see when we separate them at 8 weeks and we sell them,
Yeah.
the moms are like, oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Like, there's a sigh of like, freedom! Like,
Yeah.
the first day of school syndrome when all of our kids go off to school for the first time and we're like, oh my God, thank you. Yeah. Our goats do this. Our goats do the same thing.
If Moo has a boy that looks like her, would you guys keep him to breed?
No.
Breed? No.
No. We can't. The bloodline.
Moo is not registered. So
That's it.
that would be a half registered goat. And
Yeah. No. Wouldn't happen.
no, I wouldn't breed an unregistered goat.
No.
But I'm not gonna say it. You already know this. If something pops out of Moo that looks like Moo, regardless of the gender, it's staying.
Right. I already said
You
that
already
too.
know this.
Yeah.
So,
I already said that too.
newsflash. If Moo has anything that looks like Moo, regardless of gender, it's staying.
Yep.
So,
Honestly, I've loved everything that has come out of Moo.
I know. Me too.
Everything.
They're just not very smart.
No. They are not.
I don't know
We
why.
have
Listen,
we have a history with Moo's babies of
It's a flip of
being
a coin and they always flip wrong. But they're cute.
where you lack in brains,
Yes.
you really make up in cuteness.
Oh, amazing.
Max was pretty freaking.
That's how I felt
Cute.
about Tom Tom at first.
That's how you felt about Tom Tom. Yeah,
Oh, he's beautiful. He was beautiful. But
Not so
man,
smart.
yeah. Well, you can't have everything.
Apparently. Aaron, why don't you put a fence around your peppers?
So yeah, Aaron, why don't you put a fence around your peppers?
Wonder why?
Oh my God, who asked that? You are my
Faye.
new best friend, Faye. Please answer. Why? Why?
Okay.
That would be fun.
You want to know why?
I do.
Logistically, it's easier to set up the garden with the tractor with no fence. That's why we
True.
had a fence around our peppers. We took out a
I'm gonna
fence.
start switching.
We took out all the raised beds to make that area so easy to work with the tractor. Bring the tractor in, put the rake down, rake it out. Super simple. Now, I know you have offered or have said once, why don't you put some green stakes in the ground that you just hammer in and put up some deer fencing, whatever.
We did.
I'm like, that sounds like work. And I didn't do it. Because
So
I'm
you
working
lost
on your barn or I'm
all
working
your
on
barn.
this or that or whatever.
My barn.
So
It's their barn. I didn't want this barn.
this is a very good point. You actually did want this barn.
I did.
It was a very long
I'm
time.
gonna blame it on them because they can't yell back. And if I never scroll up,
Can you
I'll never see
imagine
their
if we could
reaction.
hear all of them at once?
Oh yeah, they probably like what?
Coming soon to a YouTube live feed. All of your chatters get a microphone
And smell-o-vision.
and smell-o-vision,
You
right?
want to know what this barn smells like when we muck it out? Here you go.
Yeah.
Want to know what the
So,
lotion
yeah,
room
I
smells
think-
like?
I'm hoping that by next year, they're going to all hold me to this. By next year, the greenhouse is done. And that
It is so close.
and
We
that
just
pepper's
need to
going to
re-level
greenhouse.
it.
We don't need to read. The peppers don't care if the greenhouse is level.
The
I'm
roof
just-
does.
The roof does. The snow weight cares.
It's survived 3 winters without being complete.
That's actually true. Yeah.
Right. It's fine.
Wrap it
We
in,
also
like,
haven't had a
tie
snow-heavy year
That's a good point. We
in
have,
the last 3 years.
Supposedly.
So this year
And
is
supposedly we're in
supposedly
for
this
it.
ye's a big
You know
snow year.
why? Because Greta's due in January.
Yes.
That's exactly why.
This is exactly why.
So yeah, if the
Not
I
seeing
am
any question
I-
marks. If you have questions, put your question marks.
We have some.
okay.
We're just
Okay.
waiting
If-
for you guys to.
So what I was gonna say is, if the greenhouse isn't done for next year, I'll actually announce that they'll get excited in a minute. If the greenhouse isn't done and next year's habanero crop has to be a good one because I'm running low on stock for Swanky Sauce making, so I have no choice. I got to keep the deer away next year and things like that. The announcement is Swanky Sauce mild half-gallon should be back by Black Friday.
Woohoo.
Should be. We
Okay.
hope. We
On
got
that note,
another
Um,
restaurant that wants Swanky Sauce. So
Margaret asked. I don't know. I'm reading this
all
correctly.
right, well,
Kenneth.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Margaret asked, "Did you receive the flag of a Stella dog and a pumpkin?" I think that was
Present?
a spoiler.
that was a
Present
spoiler alert.
Christmas?
Wait a second, where's our mail? Oh, it's over there.
Is there a bag?
I don't know.
Envelope?
I don't think so.
Envelope? Are there presents? The kid Halloween came early this year because one of the
Who was that
YouTubers
from?
sent- Oh my God! Is
It's
it
a-
here? Simon Says Farms. Ooh, ooh.
Who's it from?
I don't know.
Oh.
The little sticky is covered. It has a return address. Who is it from? Who asked that question? It's the same name.
Yay!
Okay, live on YouTube. Come here. It's a.
You gotta be careful opening stuff.
It's a
You have
Stella.
to watch.
But she already said what it was. It's a Stella flag with a pumpkin. Oh, snack time.
Snack time. This is like dinner.
I did grab the birthday card. It's supposed to be a birthday card, but I want to show everybody because I literally thought it was I literally thought somebody took a picture of Stella and sent it to me.
Oh my god!
Stop
Oh my
it!
God. Look at that!
Oh
Oh
my God!
How'd they get baby Stella?
How did you get to know Stella? Oh my God! Look how cute that is going out on in the barn. I
Oh.
have. Did you see it? Look.
I see it.
Isn't that so cute? So that's totally going up. This was a birthday card that I received from Jan. And it was supposed to be a birthday card. But after the last Q&A, she thought it was appropriate to send now. And I literally thought this was like a screenshot photo of Stella. I had to go and look at Stella's
Hind end.
her paws.
Ooh.
I had to look at the pads of her back paws
Ooh.
to realize it was not Stella.
Oh. Oh yeah, she's got that little butt spot too.
I know. I was like, oh my God, they stole a picture of Stella's butt.
She
from-
lays like that.
She lays like that all the time. So I looked at the back of Stella's paws, and they're black. They're not white.
Gotcha.
So this is not Stella. But it said, if a photo of a puppy butt doesn't make you happy, I don't know what will.
Yeah, that's like,
It was perfect.
I love puppies.
So that was that. I will read this note later. I'm not going to ignore it, but I'm going to read it later because that'll take some time. But thank you so much for the flag. It's adorable. And I have my spring flag out right now because I'm way on top of the times.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
just preparing for next spring.
Yes. So I'm going to put my pumpkin on.
So Tracy said at the fair, they have meat goats at the fair. I know they
Yeah.
do meat cows at the fair. I don't think I've ever seen meat goats
They
at
do.
any of our fairs.
They do. No, we've never had beef.
No,
Or beef.
Beef. Beef goats.
Beef goats.
meat goats at our fairs.
No, we've never had meat goats at our fairs. But they always have a dairy cow and a beef cow show. Always.
Somebody wants to know, can sauce be sent to Canada or is it just lotion?
No, sauce could be sent to Canada.
No, we had that one little issue, but I think that was on
No,
us.
that one issue was on me. Yeah, shipping's not cheap. I'll tell you right now. Buy probably 2. The weird part is if you buy 1, yeah, you're paying lots of shipping. You buy 2, you're actually almost paying the same shipping. You buy 3, shipping goes crazy. So it's like right at 2 is
Well, that's
perfect.
all because of weight.
Right. It's
really all just due to the weight of
It's the weight of the
package.
product.
Once we go over, 5 or 6 pounds?
it's not even. It's like over 3 pounds.
Oh.
It's weird. It's very, very hard for us to ship international.
Oh, 15 minutes ago, Nettie had to go to bed. Good night, Nettie.
Good night,
She's
Nettie.
from, I think it was 2 a.m. there, so she's from the UK. Somebody asked, do you sell your kids? I was like, my humans? Yes, actually. This
sure.
week I considered
Yeah.
selling them.
They're on eBay though. They're not on our website.
Not eBay. They're Etsy. I made them.
Good boy.
Remember? You don't sell that on eBay. I made those. They are handcrafted.
Yes.
Yeah.
All individual, one of a kind.
One of a kind pieces.
That's Etsy.
It's Etsy.
Homesteading.
Homesteading.
Hashtag homestead.
Hashtag homesteading. Where we sell our kids. Oh, you meant 4-legged kids. You
Yes.
meant goats.
We sell
Yes.
them all every year.
Well, no, we don't. We keep some of them. We kept 6 of them this year.
I know.
Yes, we do sell most of our kids, and we sell them to other people who want them either for pets or their own milk, for their own families,
Or to
Or
eat
for
grass
show.
or whatever.
or for show.
Yeah.
They show them. Two of our girls went to show homes
Yeah.
this year, so they'll go and they'll have their own babies, and
Mhm.
they did well in the shows too. Are you planning on planting 2020?
Mhm.
Yes, he is.
Yes, you are planning on planting in 2020.
Oh yeah, totally. I need next year to be good.
Yeah, I think we all. I'm a little behind. Oh yeah, Faye, why don't you put a fence around your peppers? Oh my god,
Oh geez.
I still love that question. Dragonfly, no, I have gone the entire Q&A with the little white wheel spinning. I have. Yep. I mean, it's not there now.
It's not there
It's
now.
not there now, but I definitely was. I'm gonna need a pee break, so I'm sure you guys need a pee break too. Can you hold down the fort while I'm?
I got it. Yeah, Aaron and Liz, can your sauce be shipped to Canada?
Or is it just lotion?
I'm
Yeah,
already.
I'm
I'm way back.
Once, isn't it funny how many trolls we get during a Q&A, but like it's been relatively quiet during, what is it? How are the trolls finding us?
I think it's because we have 160 something people in a live feed.
That's a lot of feeding.
So think about it. A troll wouldn't want to jump into a live feed and be a troll when there's only 20 people. That's not as impactful. They go and
How
they check.
are they finding
They
us?
Google YouTube. They can jump on YouTube. They look for live streams and they jump into the ones that have the most people. That's it. That's how they do it. Because they got nothing better to do.
So
They should stay here and actually listen. Maybe their life will get better.
KSP
You know.
asked, did Stella get a middle name?
We
Oh,
are
geez.
still on the hunt for
That's
the
a good
perfect
question.
3-name for Stella. Like Hazel Marie Josephine. Perfect.
Does she have a last
Stella.
one?
Huh?
Does she have a last one?
What do you mean?
Name. You said the 3 names.
Oh, well, Hazel Marie Josephine.
Right.
We have Stella.
I
don't
maybe
have-
she'll just be like that one word,
She's
like
like
Prince.
Morningstar.
It's like Prince.
Stella.
Madonna.
Like Oprah.
Madonna.
Madonna. Beyonce.
Yeah.
Stella, Beyonce, Oprah. Nope, that doesn't have a ring to it.
Oh, somebody just offered to buy Quinn or Libby. Not happening.
No, I want those. It's the other two.
It's the other two that are for sale
and then
sometimes.
really it's negotiable. I mean, I'm
Or
willing to,
best offer.
Yeah.
I'm willing to barter.
Thunder's nothing at all.
Yeah.
Is he? Probably Amy.
Okay. What
All
kind of
right, I
plant
need a pee break.
is that in front
would
of
we
you?
like to run a commercial?
Oh,
for
no, I
anything
got
right
this.
now?
Go ahead, because I can cover this question.
Forever.
Ready?
My back hurts.
Well, we're almost done. We're pushing our 2-hour
I'm
mark.
not almost done. I'm going on a pee break. If we're almost done, I'm going to wait for my pee break.
Oh, we'll probably.
Bye.
I don't know. Somebody asked
I was
What-
gonna say, did you answer?
what kind of
Joanne?
plans, and this came up on our Q&A. I think last week or the week before, whenever.
Yeah.
They are IKEA plants.
Yeah.
They're fake.
They're
IKEA plans.
genuine from Switzerland.
Genuine
right?
Switzerland IKEA. Yep. Item number 903.821.13. That sounds like an IP address to me. But
They're all like that.
yeah, they're all like that. But I think that's the item number. IKEA, probably about $2 or $3. And then you got to buy the little pot to go with it to make them look pretty.
Someone did ask
That's
about
it.
the farmer you were referencing. If you're gonna,
I will. Once we post the video that him and I were in, that'll probably come. Simon says Saturday will launch tomorrow. And then that video will come whenever Liz and I record the beginning and the end. We have to record a, hey, you're about to watch a blah, 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 blah. Him and I go for like 5 minutes. And I still got to clean up and edit that a little bit because there's like some ums and blah, blah, blah in there. So we'll cut some of that out. And then the end, like, what'd you think of that? Put comments in below. So we'll do that probably Monday or Tuesday, and we'll launch that. And in the description will be a link to his channel. So it'll all be there. And then you guys jump over to his channel, watch some videos, and then make sure you come back to us. Just trigger that algorithm to do some cool things. Yeah. That's the hope. There's 3 or 4 videos he has on his channel that I want to go watch. You know, because he's totally off the grid. Log cabin off the grid completely.
Huh?
I'll do with mine too.
Yeah.
Wait, what are we talking about? Sorry, I was in the bathroom.
Just say YouTube, like
Jumping over,
jump
watching the
back and forth.
homesteader videos, coming back.
I
So-
might actually jump on, like,
Yeah.
I wanna watch
No,
some
he's
of
got
them.
a lot of good stuff that I want to go watch. Him and I had a great conversation about how to do water over in the House of Pie without having to lug the water over there. He did
Tell
say-
me, I need it for my
He did say in the winter you're gonna have no luck. In the winter
No,
you have
it's gonna
to.
freeze.
You have to. He talked about insulating one room and building off a little room where you can still collect the water off.
Water and winter.
Water and winter don't
It's
mix.
one of the reasons I just don't like winter. I mean, I love winter.
like for chickens, it's the worst.
Yeah, I love winter, but the water, like if it could just stay about, so our water won't freeze unless it gets down to under like 25 when it's in the barn,
Mhm.
because the barn just naturally
Right.
has a little bit of a higher temperature where it doesn't start freezing until the outside temperature is about 25.
Mhm.
So as long as we're above 25, I'm happy.
Yep.
But once we hit low 20s and then teens, I am the most miserable person in the wintertime when it come out to 20 frozen rabbit bowls.
Marlena, I think is the name. I don't know. Asked the question, is there a baby you wish you kept?
Ooh.
That's a tough one.
Aubrey. Simple.
There you go.
Amy's first doe.
Amy's first doe.
Yep. I wish I kept her. I actually had the chance. There was such a close. Her owner, like 18 months later, maybe a year later, was like, we can't keep this goat in the fence. can you take her back? She's like, I just can't handle it anymore between my work schedule and my husband's work schedule, my young daughter. We just can't do it. And I'm like, I'll take her.
Yep.
Like, because we always have that. I'll take the goats back, whatever. No questions asked. And I really was like, oh my God, I'm going to get Aubrey back? Yeah, I really wanted her back. Didn't happen.
So
They figured it out. They reinforced the fencing and they figured it out. So good. I'm glad, but like I would have liked it back.
So somebody said something about it wasn't a question, it was a comment. Rudy, I think. Rudy in the
Rudy?
sun. Oh, sorry. Remember, I can't read people. Your name should be numbers. I'm a numbers guy. Ruby in the sun, right?
I would never remember.
I'd be like 273. I love you. 273 is the best.
Like prisoners?
I'm just saying. I would know numbers.
Just a number to you.
I would know numbers inside and out. I'd be like, triple ones. That's Brenda. Like whatever. I would just know. That's the way my brain works. I would. The numbers would link to a name in my head. I read this through and especially when they're jumbling multiple words into one line, you're just trying to mess with a dyslexic. I mean, that's it. Capitalize the first letter of each word. That helps us out. So my point was.
Ruby in the sun is just fine. Don't take it.
Yeah, you're good.
He's
don't take it
ranting on his
personal.
own
Sorry. If you don't know
issues.
me, you just got a good introduction.
No, Ruby's been here.
Yeah, I was gonna say. The fence, in order to stop the deer, has to be like 8 feet tall.
Yeah.
You can't just put a 4-foot fence.
We learned that the hard
Yeah.
way. We wrapped a tree,
Yeah,
and the deer still got every peach on the front of the tree.
That's my
You know,
point.
Every peach.
Every peach.
yeah. So you have to go 8 feet. So how do you stick a pole in the ground that sticks up? It's got to go in the ground 2 feet or 3 to be in the ground hard enough.
Yep.
Then stick up
That's been our
8 feet, right? So what you have to do, and I've learned this, put the green post in the ground, right? You go buy 6-footers or 8-footers at Tractor Supply, get 3 feet in, right? Not sponsored. Gotta say that. So then you got 4 or 5 feet sticking out of the ground, nice solid green metal pole.
Yeah.
Then you go get PVC pipe and you zip tie it so the PVC pipe gets you to 8 feet.
So,
And then you order off Amazon some fish netting or some whatever netting,
so what I do is
deer netting, right?
I get some pressure treated 2x4.
Yep,
And I screw those right into the metal, into the green metal. And
Yep.
that's
you
it.
can do that too.
And then I
Not
can straight
tree
over
proof
it.
though. If you have a strong windstorm and a tree falls onto your fence,
That's a good point. I won't-
everything is broken.
Yes.
Yeah, we have no trees around there, so I'm not worried
You're
about it.
lucky with that one.
But yeah, it's coming soon. Greenhouse, all the
Yeah.
peppers are going in there. I'm actually thinking, I was doing some research about growing my peppers upside down. Fun fact, you can grow
Mm.
tomatoes upside down. They do
Strawberries.
strawberries. A lot of them can. I was also thinking about growing them in
Remember the
hydroponic.
topsy-turvy? Is that what it was called?
Was that what it's called?
Yeah, it's called
Topsy.
not topsy turvy.
Yes.
No,
that's what I
topsy
said.
turvy. Google it.
You can
Or
grow. That was
Google
the
guy.
tomato
Was that what it was
upside down
called?
thing. Topsy turvy.
No, I don't think topsy turvy was the tomato thing. And now I'm gonna wonder if somebody in chat gets the answer first.
Okay. Well, let's go back
I
to
thought
the
it was a
whole-
hair thing.
So did I.
Topsy turvy was a hair
But then
thing.
he just told me the other day, he's like, remember Floby? I'm like,
Floby, the vacuum cleaner with the cutter on the end. Oh, don't let
The ultimate.
don't let.
Topsy-turvy.
See?
It was the upside down tomato thing. Oh,
Topsy-turvy.
next week on Q&A, it's Google. It's
Can
oh, you're
beat Google.
beat Google.
We're gonna have a
Yeah.
bunch of trivia questions, and who can beat Google?
Yeah, Floby, I
Oh
remember
my
that.
God, now Charlie's here.
I totally.
Okay, so I want to go back to the whole Goats of Anarchy thing. Mabel,
Yeah.
the goat that's giving like
Yep,
on
go ahead.
on Baby Watch. So AKA Hope informed us that Mabel just gave birth in May.
Whoa.
Wait, what?
And I
Yeah.
just did the math. That means she conceived
Right after.
right after,
Yeah. Ooh,
which is disgusting,
that's not good.
first of all. She was housed full time with males.
Oh. Yeah.
That's the same place, or that's the place?
No,
that
no,
no. No, no, no.
She's at now.
The place she's at now.
Is the place that rescued
Rescue
her. And she's not a full-size dairy goat.
No, she's
like
little.
Pygmy or Nigerian. She needs a break.
She needs to
She needs to be in
retire.
retirement.
Yeah, she needs
Like
to.
this is the last. And
Can we just send her animal crackers?
we should send her
Oh, we
animal
should.
crackers. Weren't they feeding her carrots?
They were feeding her carrots yesterday.
So she
Which
might
be
not.
careful with that. That's a lot of sugar. Don't want to do
I
too
was
much
gonna
of those.
say, Carrots are bad for.
I
I know.
mean,
I tell
Animal
people.
crackers can't be good either.
Okay,
but
we
we're-
are not the voice of reason.
This is the size of an animal cracker. This is the size of a carrot.
Yeah.
Well, they're baby carrots,
Right.
and we also don't just feed one animal cracker.
Right.
Who gets like
But-
one?
Pretzels and Fritos.
I can
Pretzels
tell
and
I'm
Fritos.
Yeah, that's what Mabel likes.
Mabel likes
Mabel likes
pretzels and Fritos.
Carb.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, she's a salty girl.
Mabel needs
Hey, our girls are sweet. She likes salty. Maybe
That's
that's
fine.
what Thunder wants because he never comes over for the animal crackers. Maybe he wants Fritos. Please don't send me Fritos.
Oh, I love Fritos. I don't eat Fritos, but for some reason, Southwest gives out Fritos on the airline. They give out some stupid sugar cookies and
I'll
some.
take a sugar cookie.
And you know,
the-
they gave out something
Get
else
the
too.
Stupid waffles.
Yeah.
The what?
Waffles.
Excuse me?
Is that what it's called?
Yes.
What is Strew?
Drew? I thought it was a stew.
No.
I don't
Strew waffles?
It's
No idea.
A very thin waffle cookie with
Waffle
like a
cookie.
layer of caramel on the inside.
Oh God, no! I would not eat that.
Amazing.
And where do you find such
On the airplane.
That's because you want to know why?
I
Ready?
never go on airplanes.
I'm gonna tell you why. Even my Fritos, the expiration date was only like 10 days away. They give all the food that's about to go bad to the airlines.
I think I found
That's why
those
you got
at
sick.
That
TJ
could be.
Maxx. Do they have them at TJ Maxx too?
Yeah, you can get them.
That's
TJ
why.
Maxx is the same
TJ Maxx
place.
is the same thing.
Same
No, I'm
thing.
just kidding. TJ Maxx isn't. No, they
He
isn't.
got me a package of them.
Yeah.
All those cookies one year. I was like, ooh.
So
We'll have to look
So
that up.
they're-
Okay, back to
they're-
the audience.
they're famous. They're a Dutch thing. So when I went to the Netherlands, there was like a little stand,
Yeah.
and like one day I was like, you know what? I've seen these for like the last week that we've been here.
Liz,
I
don't
gotta
blame
try
us.
this out. They're amazing.
Yeah.
They are amazing. So good.
Super waffles.
Like I will take that over a bag of peanuts any day. You know, like
Yes, please click the thumbs up. Ooh, did I click the thumbs up? I
I
did.
have not.
I did. Oh, and now I'm back to live. I hope I didn't miss something. If I missed your question, put it in again with red question marks.
I don't think they realize how far behind we are because I do see, like, moderators are doing awesome, but
Moderators are doing
they,
great. Yeah.
they're posting other people's questions that we haven't gotten to.
Good.
But I'm like, I already answered that one by the time I got to
Dude, I
it.
wonder if Brenda like takes the question, copies, and pastes it over
Yes.
here, and okay, they answered that one.
Oh,
Okay.
she's got. I'm sure
They're
she's
like-
got like
they're like
Word
ninjas.
documents. Yes,
They're like chat room ninjas.
yeah. This
That's
is why
great.
they paid the big bucks.
So, moderators, I'm just gonna put this out here. I had a conversation with another live person that streams. The guys in the video that had all their moderators sitting there in the. I said, I got a question for you, and if you don't want to answer, you don't have to. This was over beers one night. I go, how do you compensate your moderators? Because I don't want to lose mine.
Mhm.
And at what point, like he goes, we don't. They just want to be a part of this. They feel so involved, and we're there for them. We help them with so many other things outside of YouTube that it's just being part of the family. Like there is no monetization. There is no, and yeah, we're monetized on YouTube, but we're not making millions.
I'll make
like
shit.
we don't make. They don't make much. There's
I still owe you
taxes
like $14.
yeah.
Like that's how much the Dylan video made instead of
take
like
me to lunch one day. We'll get some.
I pretty much do.
Yeah.
Like,
Right. So he
but,
was like, yeah,
YouTube
it's
doesn't
literally
pay
That's 1 2.
yeah. Until you
one
get
specialty roll.
and it was like
That's a sushi pizza.
until you get as big as like the whole Mr. Beast guy and you've got 20 million followers or you've got 2 or 3 or 4 million,
I'll start paying you more.
now you are hiring a team. At that point you're hiring people you know, you're hiring a producer, a camera
have
guy,
to.
a this, a that.
Yeah.
You can't do that at that level
I
on
have a
your
question.
own. So I just thought it was interesting. I didn't know.
Do we need that light? It's blinding me.
I actually thought we needed that one over there turned on.
No.
But I was trying to sing
I
that
see
song.
dots everywhere I look.
Okay.
Is someone gonna reset the clock in the bar?
Yes, we are gonna reset. Now I'm so dark. Well, you guys will know because my
You're
phone,
not dark.
my phone was.
My shirt is not solid white, and they like.
Yeah.
So washed out.
So that was interesting
I need to
conversation.
not wear white anymore.
You just change this lighting.
That lighting is very worn. It's
Well, it's downward.
Lori, actually, ear problems on a La Mancha. We had a La Mancha once that had like an ear infection. It was goopy and it had,
Giovanni had
Giovanni.
an infection last year.
yeah, really crusty, nasty stuff in his little ear.
Yeah.
Well, if he didn't pee all over himself.
Yeah,
he'd
that's
be fine.
good point. Don't
Right.
pee in your ear and you'd be
Good
fine.
Lord, not another
Yeah.
one.
So what happened?
Another.
Another more light bulbs. Oh, I missed.
Oh my gosh.
I love it.
You must be really far behind.
I love when these
I
guys
am.
are on it though. I like it.
I'm 20 minutes behind.
It's so. It's so.
What are you laughing at? The fact that I'm 20 minutes behind?
Oh, somebody said Irish Spring soap.
Oh, in the garden, right?
Oh, so no.
In the
we,
garden,
we
I've
used
heard
to
that.
do hair clippings.
I've heard that
Like
one.
anytime we went to go to our family friend's house, she always does all of her hair, which clearly she doesn't do anymore because my hair is a wreck. But she would always give us her extra hair clippings, and you're supposed to put them in pantyhose and line them with the
That
outside.
sounds like a lot more work.
It's too much work.
Look, I never put them in pantyhose. I just sprinkled them around,
Mhm.
and then every time he had to go number one, he'd go down there, and we never had a problem at our Colchester house. Like it was never ever.
We have a lot of deer around here, though.
We do. I have a whole family of them that like to drink out of the pond.
You remember when we went out to lunch last week?
Yeah, we
Week
saw that
before.
buck.
No.
Oh.
The week before, we went this way, and the deer. I was like, "Watch out for that deer!"
Yeah.
This past week,
Yeah.
that deer jumped out at me, saw me, turned around, and went backwards. I'm like, "You confused?"
You're supposed to keep
Like-
going straight. Oh man. Oh, this is a question. Please don't give me your point of view. I don't want to hear your answer.
Okay,
Uh-oh.
I'll stay over here.
Oh.
Kathy wanted to know, are you going to have a contest to name Greta's babies? A contest.
A contest or a poll?
No, usually it's a contest. I think.
Well, usually it's, oh my God, she had a boy, she had a girl. What are we going to name them?
Yeah.
Oh, apple and pie. Perfect, done.
Yeah.
Like I either have a preconceived idea going into like you and your 4 and tail. And like apple and pie, it's just the closer we got to Pie Day, I was like, oh my God, I love that name, Pie.
Yep.
And then she had a boy, and
Right.
then we somehow got on the topic of our dessert pizzas that we make. And I was like, apple pie.
Yeah.
And I was like, ooh, your name is Apple.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Yeah.
But Fiona and Shrek, they pretty much YouTube named
Yeah,
them.
they did.
And our Air Force babies, YouTube
Yeah.
named those. Well,
Yes, Jody, it's a physical clock hanging on the post. It's a big LED clock. That was an easy question to answer. Continue.
So, do you have any ideas about themes this year, or are you just gonna let YouTube kind of?
You said like
I'm thinking like,
Disney or animal or
shouldn't
something.
we come up with a theme where like a Harry Potter theme?
Yes.
You know,
All right.
where every goat has to have a name from a
Dumbledore.
character.
So this is what you can do.
Mhm.
You can put out. I can do this, guys. If you're subscribed to the channel, I could put out like a post that's a poll in
You
YouTube.
can. They only give you so many options though, because they tried to do the lotion.
I thought you said it was only 2, right?
You tried to do that in a YouTube poll
I tried
or
to do
Facebook?
a YouTube
Oh.
poll of the lotion scents, and then I went over to YouTube, and then I just did my own thing. You
Yeah.
can try. I don't know.
Or
Yeah, I
just
don't know.
comment, with like
What theme?
What kind of themes? Yeah.
Yeah. Should we do like Disney? I mean, Disney
I
and
love
never ending.
I know.
But the thing is, if I keep any of those babies, I'm not going to change their names. So I really need to like the name of that baby.
You generally do though. You
But
generally
that's why
like
sometimes
the names.
I veto. And be like, no, this one's name's Penelope.
100%. You're right. Fine print.
Fine print. I have the right to refuse it. Oh, Stella needs a cookie.
All right, so I'm going to explain something real quick. They're asking about digital clocks and putting it on top of the YouTube, having YouTube run it. So in other words, that wouldn't be a real clock in the corner.
Right.
It'd be a fake clock.
Right.
I'll
Sure.
explain how that's done.
Okay.
It's complicated. So it would go from the camera to another piece of software that allows me to add in overlays, kind of like the way the news channel does it. When you see like live tonight at 5 o'clock and it scrolls across the bottom of the screen, I'd have to take the video out of the camera, run it into this software, add in graphics, meaning a fake clock, and a little temperature thing, and a countdown timer to when Genevieve's gonna have her baby. I mean, it could get really cool and fun, but then it comes out of that software and goes into YouTube. Not easy to do. I'm playing with it to try to figure it out.
You guys do see how much difficulty we have.
Yeah,
just
we have
running,
difficulty with live feeds.
keeping one
it would
camera running without buffering or losing it.
And then it would also require me to have a computer in the barn.
And right now we have nothing in the
And
barn.
there's no computers in our barn.
I'm running those live cams
And-
off of my phone.
Right, phones and a Wi-Fi little camera. So
No.
to run
No.
a full computer in the barn all day long, 24 hours a day with the dust and the humidity, you know, what's that?
Raspberry Pi.
We might be able to do that, and I thought of that. A Raspberry Pi is actually, it's a computer about the size of a deck of playing cards.
I got a few if you want to play with it.
You know, I do not want to play with them.
It's like kind of engineering.
It's like a nerd computer,
your own
like yeah,
system.
yeah. It's like building your own little. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's not
That
where I
sounds
want to go.
complicated.
But that's how they do it. You know, there's no cost to it. YouTube doesn't care. You can do it, but it's very complicated.
Did we answer Lori's
so-
question about the La Mancha ears? Are they receptive to any ear problem?
I didn't say receptive. I just said we
Yeah.
had an ear problem in a La Mancha
That was
ear.
her question.
Yeah, I don't know. That's up to you.
Yes.
Oh, there you go.
La Mancha ears are more prone to ear infections to those who have like airplane ears and especially the Nubian ears. The Nubians, they don't get ear infections.
That makes sense. They fold over and keep the dirt out.
Yep.
Right.
So because you've got the little ears like this and they're open to the dust and the dirt and the wind and the whatever. And the wax is just different. I feel like the wax is different. I never see wax
Yeah.
in an alpine or a Tagatog ear. But in
Good
the
point.
La Mancha ears, I see it. And I'm
There's
like,
crust on it. Yeah,
Pick it out,
I
you
pick the
know?
crust off occasionally.
just to help keep it clean.
Mm.
But yeah, I have, that is part of the breed
Ooh.
that it is a negative, like, because just that they're prone to ear infections. What?
Cowgirl just asked, do the clocks change tomorrow? Wednesday?
Wait, I'm not prepared for this.
I have not
Alexa, when's daylight savings? We'll find out.
She's not speaking to
She's
you
not
right
even
now.
on.
No,
Google it.
the one in our
November 3rd.
November 3rd. So
November
no.
3rd, no.
No.
It's not
Ooh.
tomorrow.
Okay.
But think about how close that is for a minute.
That's very close. And now did they go?
November 3rd? That's not that close.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
It's like 2 weeks.
It's like 2 weeks.
Okay.
It's like 2 weeks.
2 weeks is like a blink of an eye.
2
Okay.
weeks. So then in 2 weeks,
So what's the problem?
No, it's
Spring
like,
forward,
I
fall
was
back.
ready for it.
Oh.
fall back. That
Well,
means
you
it's
have
gonna get.
14 days to get
that
ready
means-
for it.
That means we're gonna be doing the barn at like
Plan.
4:30.
Yes,
5
that is
o'clock.
exactly what it means.
Oh
I
my
will end up
gosh.
closing up the girls before I go pick up the kids from the bus
That's crazy.
at 4 o'clock. I'll get home. Yeah.
I hate that time of year.
I just think
I
every
I love the
day
fall,
after that. No, it doesn't.
No, you gotta wait till
You have to
December
wait till
solstice.
December 21st.
December
Something
solstice,
That is like a farmer's
21st.
favorite day. Sorry,
Mr.
homesteader.
Google's on it. He's on it.
Farm homesteader's favorite day.
Anybody with animals.
Yeah,
Yes.
because
Kids.
then the minutes every day is like 1 minute longer.
Yep.
And before you know it, you're like, oh, this isn't so bad.
Yeah.
It's still late at 9 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah, but yes,
Yeah,
that is.
winter solstice is to December 21st, 29th.
December 21st.
Like, oh, jeez.
On it.
I'm on this.
No, Carrie, when we muck the barn, we won't put more sand down. We have enough sand in there. And hopefully, when we go to scoop the hay out, the sand will stay with the new bucket grabber thing that I have because it's got holes in it, right? It's not going to pick up the sand. That's the hope. So,
Carrie, I am not currently logged into the barn cam, so I don't know if Thunder is bothering Amy or Poppy.
you, mister, over there could be watching all 3 cameras. Yeah.
Yeah, minimize that one and open up a new one.
Open up 2 more. Yeah. We're probably almost done anyway.
Indoor.
November 3rd, pretzels today.
Somebody should go to the barn and play the Humpty dance for Thunder.
Yeah.
They were saying is we should have named him Elvis.
Yeah.
Yes.
Elvis.
Yep. Elvis and the pelvis. And he's got the Elvis hair. That was also 20 minutes ago.
Oh, I was gonna say.
Am I really that far behind?
I am. Oh, tomato worms.
Tomato
The
worms?
tomato worms?
Tomato
The
worms.
horn?
Oh, the
those
horn worms. I've never had.
Oh, I am
a
all the way.
problem
I'm
with
live.
We have.
those. I've never had a problem with those.
I remember finding the first one and I was like, what the hell is this? And I like took a picture, put it out on
Googled
Facebook,
it.
Oh,
Googled it. And was it what?
What's that name?
Shirley?
Shirley. Yeah. She just said that she got too much snow last year. And that they're predicting more snow
She got
this
too
year.
much snow.
Well,
Where's
That's
she
what it
from?
depending on where
sounds
she's
like.
from.
Where's she from? Where are you from, Shirley?
Yeah, where are you from?
Canada got hammered last year.
Is she from Canada?
She might be.
It's Canada.
The
I
last
mean,
time I lived in Canada, it was nothing but snow too for like 6 months.
yeah,
We just live in
yeah.
white fluff.
Mm.
MN.
Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Yeah, Minnesota
That's
did
pretty
get
close to
hammered
Canada.
last year.
Close enough.
Minnesota
is close enough.
Did get hammered last year. I
Isn't it
remember
like
that.
their second car or snowmobile?
And it was like late.
The state car is snowmobile.
Yes, that is true. Yeah, they are predicting more snow for us this year too.
I
They're
guess.
saying. They're saying it should be a wet winter. Okay.
Wet
Right, but is it
Wet
gonna be
or-
It was
doesn't
wet
mean-
last year. It was wet last year, but it
Yeah.
was warm. Every time we had any kind of moisture come up, we were always on the warm side of the
Yeah.
nor'easter. We were never on the cold side. So we
Yeah.
got a lot of rain, but nothing, which we really actually need. I will
Yes.
pray for, as much as I hate frozen waters, we need a very, very cold winter.
I don't want the cold.
I know, but
winter.
for the sake of the
I know.
parasites in the ground,
I know.
we need a very cold winter.
Yeah, 'cause
Nice
that's
job,
one of those,
Brenda.
For how many
mosquitoes
days?
here, right? Mosquitoes and
They only need like
Mosquitoes.
1 or 2 though.
So the mosquitoes,
Mosquitoes,
the
the
ticks, the fleas, all of the worms that live in the ground that affect
Yeah.
goats,
Mhm.
they need a cold winter. If we don't get a cold winter, it's only going to be a bad summer for the
Yeah.
health of our animals.
We need it cold, kill, and heck, Triple E and all that stuff. We
That's
need the
what-
cold.
yeah.
So if we're gonna do cold, then I don't want as much snow. Like 1
That's a
or
good
2
point.
good snows, and I'm
Yeah.
okay with the cold. But I
Yeah.
don't want wet and
Right.
No.
Mm.
No.
Then you get sheets of ice.
Huh?
Then you get the sheets of ice.
Oh,
That
we-
one, and
yeah.
you're
So
screwed.
I'm gonna jump in here. We are in a very interesting area of Connecticut. We get lots of power outages over here. Well, somebody jumped in and just said they lived in Connecticut for 3 years, but never had so many power outages.
At our old house, we never had power
Exactly.
outages either.
Right.
Never. Like, we lost
We're
power
on-
once.
See, Connecticut has this river in the middle of it called the Connecticut River. Some people, most of the politicians, think that that's where the state ends, and anything to the right of it, of that river to Rhode Island, doesn't exist. So out here, we have no such thing as, like, city sewers
Mhm.
or street lights or sidewalks or, let me continue, sewers of any
we don't
quality.
have water either.
No water,
It's all
no
like
sept,
well.
no city. I said sewers. So like,
No
your
waterworks.
no water, nothing. We have nothing. other than higher taxes than the people on the other side of the river. So,
we don't even
because-
get paved roads.
Yeah, half our roads aren't paved; they're
Okay,
gravel.
let me just vent for a second.
Okay, that's
on
what
this
I'm doing.
One road.
So my point is
It
the power
rattles my
system
teeth.
over here is completely above ground. So
Yeah,
for-
nothing is
nothing's
nothing is below
underground.
ground.
There's trees everywhere.
Yeah.
Obviously, we like it that way. That's why we live out here.
Mhm.
But yeah, we just get power outages
I was bitching about this the other day.
all the time,
It's like
constantly.
For the amount of money that they charge us in electrical fees and
Delivery
It's the
fees.
delivery of the
Do you know
Do you
electrical.
know I pay more in delivery fee than I do for the actual electricity that I use?
So that's
I looked
why.
at my bill. I was like, it's $600 a month to electric, like to have electric for this.
Now you
place.
guys know how much we pay in electricity,
And that's a good month.
and that's a good month.
And
Yeah, we have
it-
some that are worse.
it is like $300+
Yes.
in delivery fee alone.
This hence the reason going solar
I was
or
like, I
wind
am about to die.
is better because you don't have delivery. It's right here in your yard, right? So you got to pay to
So
produce it.
But that's the state of
Yeah.
Connecticut.
check out that thing I sent you.
I will. I'm gonna look at it.
In
That's-
Roxbury, though, we had the same problem.
Yeah,
So that,
We were on the other side.
you were on the other side of the river,
We're
but
on the north,
We
on the north.
never experienced that many power outages, but we also had extremely heavy snow
Yeah.
that year.
Yeah.
But it was, we went like 2 weeks without power.
Yeah. Well,
It was insane.
when we were in Colchester,
that's a good point.
there was a storm that had everybody had a week or two without power. We were not part of that because we are on a road that had I don't know
Man.
why. Yeah, it was
Summer.
it supplied power
Yeah.
for it had it had
The
a
police
generator.
station.
It had a little transformer
Yeah,
generator thing
yeah.
right at the top of right at Route 2, and we were connected to that system. So it never went down.
Yep. Yeah.
It was nice.
Yeah.
We did lose power for 5 days.
Yeah.
During
Cowgirl, I
hurricane-
saw your question.
during hurricane.
Yeah.
The Hurricane Sandy, I
Yeah.
think it was. We lost power for a long time.
Yep.
That
Yeah.
was rough.
I
That
remember.
That was
was-
the only time we ever lost power.
You know, I actually really enjoyed it for the first couple days.
I
But
did.
after that, I was like, I need a shower.
We
I
literally
need hot
went to the
water.
Salmon River and washed off.
Oh.
Yeah.
We went
Oh yeah, we were 7 days without power
7 days.
with no generators, none of that fancy shit.
We didn't have a farm.
We were-
homestead.
We were
And it was
Did you have a garden? Were you a gardener?
we had chickens.
We did
I
have
swear,
chickens.
We had chickens. We boarded. Do you remember we boarded their windows?
We did. We boarded up the
boarded
windows.
we were
got,
homesteaders at
we
that
got
point.
them chickens safe. We boarded up the windows.
Our
when
own house was
a storm was coming in. We
I
took.
don't know what we thought boarding the windows was going to do if a tree fell on top of the coop.
You just didn't want them to freeze, I guess.
I mean,
Yeah,
just the
it
other
was
day
really
when you
cold.
guys,
It was
For
October.
hurricanes.
when you guys lost power the other day, you flushed the toilets with the pond water.
Well, I
I mean,
mean,
that was
Jace did it
impressive.
because Jace decided right when
Okay.
he got home from school he was going to take a dookie in the toilet, and I told him we don't have power. You can't flush the toilet. You got to go do that somewhere else.
Where is he gonna? Okay, this is my
And
question.
Jake
Hang
was
on.
like, "I'm sorry, it was
Woods.
in the woods. Grab some ferns and go get yourself."
It's not a bird.
I know.
Not a
I
fern.
know. But I mean, you don't do that in the toilet that you can't flush.
No.
So I
You
made
pick
the
one
boys go
toilet.
down to the pond and get a bucket of water.
Yeah, that worked.
We've done that.
It
We
did.
filled up
Okay,
gallons
I got a
of water
question
and
waiting.
just store them.
Oh, go ahead.
I don't remember it now. Damn it.
Yep.
Jeez.
There's Thunder. He got his energy back.
Thunder took a nap and now he's back.
Yep.
I love cooking.
It was a good
All
cowgirl.
right. I
Had a
have
question.
lost all my questions because my phone jumped immediately.
Oh, do goats get fleas?
No. No. Well, not the fleas. Okay. So any external or internal parasite that goats get are goat specific. Species. Oh my God. Species specific. So the same fleas that affect your dog and your cat do not affect goats. They have their own set of species specific. I don't know that they get fleas. They get mites and lice.
I think that would be like the equivalent.
But
Because
they're very
rabbits are the same.
small.
Yeah.
in goats, and like you can almost not even detect mites and lice in goats.
Right.
So we've had, I think we've treated once for, I don't remember if it was mites or lice. It's the same treatment.
Yeah.
Internal parasites is a whole other situation. But so like chickens, coccidia in chickens and coccidia in goats, totally different.
Okay, yeah.
You can't, and even in rabbits, it's not transferable. So, and what I learned, because Stella came home with coccidia from the breeder. Remember?
I remember that.
Yeah.
And I was all worried that the goats, I was worried that she got the coccidia from the goats.
Yep. From eating their poop.
And from eating their poop.
Yep.
And the vet was like, no, that can't happen.
I remember that.
I know. I was so worried about it.
By the way, Sue's on to something.
What's that?
Sue just said what I said the other day.
Must like
Do we think Thunder might have had 3 testicles inside that little edamame bean? You know, remember, if you guys weren't here, I demoed the edamame and how the
That had to have been one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life.
how the peas.
It's only really funny if you've been there during the surgery and you see her squeeze the sack just
No,
like you would
the edamame
squeeze it.
part was the
Did
funny
it?
part.
But
But
the
that hasn't done my sense
Okay.
then.
hysterical.
If you were there during the surgery and watched her squeeze the testicle out of the
Yeah.
sack, it is
Yeah.
exactly the same way you squeeze an edamame.
I'm really glad
out
I
of the
didn't
bean.
see that because now I wouldn't
The
enjoy the
question is-
edamame as much as I
Look,
do.
I enjoy edamame just as much, and I've seen several
But
castrations.
but-
I don't want to think it's Thunder.
The question
I
is,
just wanna eat
I don't.
is it possible he had a 3rd bean?
No.
I don't think so.
No,
She would've
I
felt
watched
She
her.
knew what she's doing. She knows what she's doing.
Yeah.
He's just a weirdo.
No, he's a very-
That's it.
Her testicle. You know what? When she's here for the ultrasound, I'll ask her that question.
Be like, why hasn't he stopped? Yeah.
I'll ask her. I mean, I know, like,
Could
it
just
takes
be
months
the
for those
small-
hormones.
Yeah.
It shouldn't take that long.
It really shouldn't take that long. I
Dude,
mean,
he was extremely mature.
Good night, Arthur.
Arthur.
Yeah, I think
I
Arthur.
don't recognize that name.
Arthur went to bed. Yeah, I don't recognize that
the
name either.
Oh, somebody
I-
else was hidden.
Yeah.
Looks like they were from somewhere else.
Oh, Brenda zapped somebody out quick. It was good.
Brenda's
Brenda's
got her
on it.
zapper.
Brenda's-
She cracks a whip
I
every
would
once
not
in
want
a
to play
while.
laser tag with Brenda.
No, she's
She'd be like,
great.
zap, 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 zap.
Or like that hand game.
Oh,
Oh, slap it. Do it.
This game, right? Like Brenda. Okay, never mind.
No, I'm on my way.
This game.
Oh, I
Don't worry.
dropped Stella.
I got it. You didn't drop her.
No,
She
she
fell.
never hit the ground.
Okay, quick. It's best out of 3.
Okay.
Okay, you're on the bottom.
Oh, you didn't do it. No.
No. 1 point for you.
One for me.
By the way, at Vid Summit. Oh.
Got it.
Did we rock paper scissors? A crowd
3 for 3.
of 1,500 people. Rock paper scissors. Winners got purple mattresses.
Oh,
That's 1.
hold on.
Yeah.
Shake it off, Liz. You got this.
That's 1.
You got this.
Stop it.
2 for 2. Oh, that technically means I get it.
No.
3.
It's tied.
Okay. Next
okay,
time.
you next. Ready? We're gonna do punch it in the face.
Rock, paper, scissors to win the match. 1, 2, 3, shoot. 1, 2, 3, shoot. I win.
I will always win.
Okay, game.
You always win.
That was fun.
Fine.
Yep.
Okay.
Back to where we were at.
Something needs a blonde goat though.
No!
Who said that?
It was somebody naughty.
Kathy Christian.
Said that Thunder needs a blow-up doll?
Blonde goat doll. Yeah.
A goat doll. Why? Not making that for him.
We'll be fine in like 2 or 3 days. Nobody else is coming into heat.
No.
Nobody better.
Everybody's in the window to come back into heat, though. So, like, if they're not pregnant,
Yeah.
they'll come back into heat.
They shouldn't.
Everybody
They
is due
shouldn't.
for that. Harper was, like, yelling at me this morning. I said, I'm not even looking at you. Go away.
Harper did good though. I was there with Harper.
What?
Thunder's the male moon.
They call him Gigolo. Thunder's the
I
Gigolo.
think I'm
Oh, Debbie Johnson is here too. Did you see?
She is? No, I
Yeah.
didn't see her.
There she is.
I'm scrolling back because my silly phone just
Went live.
it went all the way live. Yeah. Kate was like, I think Thunder is running on memory, like muscle memory.
Right. That could be what it is. Yeah. You know what's funny?
You
said- We don't even have any other lights on other than that one now.
Oh my god. Yeah, but you know what? That light is so offensive.
It is. It's not really good. Yeah.
You need some vellum paper.
We might have to turn that light off next time and go soft.
Soften the light.
Go with some real light soft.
Because-
boxes, yeah.
I am so washed out, it's not even funny.
Yeah, we can't dim that light.
Just, yeah.
I need to wear a hat.
It wouldn't work
Then it'd
if
be so dark.
we went with just
White
these.
and then hat though. Well, I'll wear a different color.
True.
It's not helping. More light is not going to help my situation.
No, but my
Turn those lights off and turn them on.
Oh,
that's my point. What if we did that?
That's not gonna work.
You could dim that though. You could
That's
dim that
so
down
great. Look at me.
on
you
the
can't
side.
even
It's
see
not gonna
me.
work. I don't think it's gonna work. Let's see
now
what
this looks like a scary movie.
happens. Yeah, no.
Halloween edition. Woo!
Oh wait, when are we doing the Halloween edition one?
And you gotta start with the story.
Oh my god! I look
Once
freaking
upon a time,
Yeah, it's not working.
there was
It's not.
this one time.
You have it
advanced.
too. You had it way too bright.
No, I didn't have it too bright.
Too bright.
It was working.
Yeah. Nope. Not working. See, my light's working.
There was once this goat.
My light is lighting me.
He hooked everything.
and he lived in a tote.
Okay, you guys are right.
And his name was Coach by Goats.
Yeah.
All right, everybody's tuning off because
They're tuning off. They're leaving.
They're like, this has gotten.
We are going way downhill.
Not
Yeah.
about coats anymore.
Yep.
Oh my god. I need a snack.
Yeah. It's snack time. I think it's time to wrap it up. We could turn that light off.
I don't know. I think everybody thinks this is hilarious.
It is.
See, LOL,
It is pretty
ROFL.
Well, then what do we talk about next?
What do we have coming up?
Oh, turn that light off. You're being blinded
Yes,
over there.
please.
Yeah.
Liz, give the light back to Aaron.
That's why I said turn the light off.
Ghost stories with Liz.
Yeah.
I gotta work on my script.
Yeah.
What am I gonna say?
Work on it later.
Yeah.
Black Friday's coming up. No, it's not.
Black Friday.
That's next
No, that's next month. Unfortunately.
month.
Nope. There's nothing going on the website. No updates.
Wasn't
No
it just
no
recently-
QVC moment.
Wasn't it just? Well, we did release a Stella shirt.
We did release the Stella shirt. We are
What?
bringing.
Excuse me, how do you not know there's a Stella shirt?
Yep.
I've been in bed for like 3 days.
Hey, Google over there. Can
Yeah.
you go to the website and find the Stella Squad shirt?
I feel like this should have been a direct message to me.
Yeah.
I agree.
Stella.
Her shirt.
Yes. Oh, you're so cute.
Oh, I do have a. I don't want to get anybody's hopes up,
Don't.
but no, it's not. It's just more about what came out of Vid Summit, which is kind of funny
I'm at 1%.
that it's supposed to be all video, and I met a guy that knows a connection that can possibly help with the Move Stuffed Animal. So it's one more chance to try to get that conversation going. That's all it is. It's he's like, yeah, we've done that. He's like, we've made stuffed animals. Give me a call. So I'm gonna call him next week or something and see.
So Lori
That was
asked a really good question. What did we do the other night? Well, me. What did I do the other night to make having no electricity fun for the kids.
You went in the car.
So, no, that wasn't it. First of all, we had peanut butter and fluff sandwiches because what else
For dinner?
do you do?
Oh, man, I moved those to
What else do you do when you don't have fun? Did you find the Stella shirt? It's right there in the middle.
Oh, squad. That was squad.
Oh, okay.
Stella Squad. Yeah.
Stella, you got a t-shirt. Yeah. Continue, kids.
I don't know. I'm still looking at her reaction. What?
Nothing. Go ahead. Finish.
Finish.
I feel like the model is not very happy. She's wearing a dog under her shirt. She's like,
Look, I don't pay.
We
the
don't pay.
model.
We don't
I
pay
know
the
it's like
models.
a copy paste on there.
Yeah.
But she's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like seriously, people.
she just doesn't look like she's part of the Stella Squad.
No, Stella Squad would be like.
She looks so unhappy.
Continue.
Okay, so yeah, so we had peanut butter fluff sandwiches, and the second Jake got home from school, I explained to Jace and Jake, do not open the refrigerator doors. What does Jake do? He opens the damn refrigerator doors, and I'm like, Gah! And he's like, what? Like, I'm crazy.
You should tape the clothes.
Well, I should have. Look, next time.
Put a chain around the
I
handle.
was doing the best I could.
Caution tape.
Okay, so then, close up the girls. Gotta do it before the sun sets because we won't be able to see anything.
Yep.
And then the sun set, and it set quick. And I got every single Yankee candle that I own in this house and lit them, which, by the way, is the first thing they tell you not to do. Don't light candles when you lose power. You're supposed to do battery-operated stuff.
Who has those? That's when you discover all your batteries are dead.
Yes.
Yes.
100%.
Yes.
Exactly.
And then last night, I watched the Weather Channel because that is like my go-to channel of choice. And you can use a AAA battery in a AA battery slot
Yep.
With a dime.
with tinfoil.
Oh, I thought it was
I
a
mean,
dime.
you could use a dime, but I don't know how that would work. Tinfoil.
Yeah.
It won't last as long,
Right.
but you will be able to use your emergency radio.
Of course.
That was
Your
the example.
emergency
Sorry,
radio.
Emergency radio.
What is that?
You have an emergency radio?
It's a radio
Do we
you
have
use
those?
in
What's-
emergency.
What's
You
a
have
radio?
I
No.
I do not have a radio. I use my cell phone.
Follow-up question.
Yes.
Don't those take like C batteries?
Yes. Emergency radio.
He found one that used AA's and used AAA batteries to power it.
I
Who
just
found
feel like
it?
that's faulty
The
information.
meteorologist that
Oh, he
was
did.
doing the
Got it.
article.
Okay.
This is not a real life situation.
So
A lot of those programs I feel like are, if he had known that his shoelaces could have been used to make some snowshoes. And I'm like, yeah, but he needed his shoelaces for his shoes.
yeah.
So his feet
And
didn't
keep
fall
them on.
off.
So
Like-
Tyler used an old VHS video
And
camera
turn the
as
light.
a flashlight.
Well, okay. Oh, getting back to my question, Lori. So we did gather all of our Yankee candles and we put them out throughout the house so people could have like some ambiance while walking through the room.
Yeah.
We also did gather all of our flashlights and headlamps, which we only really found, the big one that you did the review on.
Oh, you found the
We did that one and
big
we
light.
placed it. We were actually all sitting at this dining room table.
Yeah.
That's where we hung out for most of the night.
Mhm.
And then we had to charge my phone and we went to
the truck.
the truck for about an hour and we
Oh, no.
told funny stories.
And Tyler.
Can I tell the funny
Yes.
story?
Sure, but
Do
you
you
can
think
bleep
it would
it.
be as funny? Really? I can't bleep it. Little kids, turn your sound off. It's 10 o'clock. They're not up.
Good point. And if it's the UK, it's definitely not something.
Okay. So I don't know how we got on this. Tyler has this speech impediment where he says pillow differently
Yeah.
than most people. And he also says okay differently than most people. And the big kids like to pick on Tyler for that. And I picked on Jake because when he was 2 years old, we were in Walmart, because again, we shop at Walmart, and we were in the toy aisle, and he had a speech impediment where he would like change words, like sing, like sounds to different sounds of words. Anyway, So he saw a dump truck. Like that was his favorite toy when he was 2 years old. And we're going down the toy aisle and he sees a dump truck. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, he goes, "Dumb fuck!" And there are people in the aisle. And my 2-year-old exclaims his excitement of seeing a dump truck. And he goes, "Dump fuck!
Yeah,
Dump fuck!"
he just kept saying it, Yeah.
And I'm like, "Ooh, we gotta go."
Yeah.
And so I'm telling this story to Jace, Jake, and Tyler. Quinn and Livy are in the car too. And Jace and Jake just lose their minds. And Tyler pees his pants.
Yep.
In my truck.
During the power
outage. So I had to send him back in the car, back into the house for Windex and paper towels. He comes back with a Windex container full of Lysol because our cleaning lady is weird and puts Lysol in. Sorry, Amy. And so I'm like, "It's purple. It's not Windex. Windex is blue.
Right.
Go get the blue Windex bottle."
Yep.
Oh, he peed so much.
Yeah.
So that's how he passed.
That's what they did.
Oh, and then they played hide and go seek in the dark.
Yep.
And Livy hid in the dryer. Anyway, look, we didn't have power. It's not like it was going to go on.
No, you do what you can.
You do what you got to do.
You do what you do.
So
Do what you got to do.
Real quick, Shirley keeps asking,
Mhm.
how do you know if a date didn't work with the goats?
Oh,
You
well,
wait.
you wait, and 18 to 24 days later, they'll come back into heat, and that's how you know it didn't work.
Yeah.
That's it.
They'll come back into heat, and then you got to breed them again.
And if you want to get real generic, what some of those farmers, homesteaders, whatever, what they do is they wait 150 days. If the goat doesn't have a baby, it wasn't pregnant.
Yeah, a lot of
A lot of people
do not invest in the blood work or the ultrasound.
right,
They
don't
go
do anything.
heavily on, well, she didn't come back in the heat, so I guess she's
Right.
pregnant.
Or they just put their boys and girls together for
And they have babies when they have babies.
X amount of
Oh,
time.
that's awful.
Yep.
Isn't that what people who breed cows do too? Like they wait
Free breeding,
for so
right. They
long,
just
and then
leave them
they
out
reach up and see if they feel anything in the uterus. If not, they're like, "You just go breed this cow again," right?
They do go and do an internal exam
Yeah.
Yes.
and see if they feel anything.
Right.
Yep.
But they have to wait a specific.
That's a long time.
Yeah, they got to wait a long time.
Like by that point, you know your cow didn't come back into heat.
Yeah. I wonder if it's different. Does it go into heat the same way a goat does?
I am uneducated about cows.
Yeah.
Just
I don't
wondering.
know
I know you
I
love
know,
cows,
well,
so I'm
I do
wondering.
love cows, but I don't know much about their reproductive.
My old boss
I don't
down
know
in
how long they're pregnant for.
Florida, he's got cows, and they just roam together, boys and girls. And when
They just get covered
when
they're covered.
he can't find some of his girls, he's like, "All right, I'm missing one or two. I don't know where they are." He takes his little ATV and he starts driving around. And he's like, "Oh, there she is. She's over there having a baby." He has no idea when they're pregnant, when they're going to have babies. He doesn't know any of that. 'Cause
Yeah, he's also in Florida. They don't really have.
it's Florida, right?
The weather
So
to
the weather,
deal
they
with.
don't. Yeah. So,
Hmm.
but yeah, he's
just
I lived in
hurricanes.
Florida.
Yeah, just
I'm gonna
hurricanes
say,
to
I've
deal
seen more alligator than cows in
Yeah.
Florida.
yeah.
True.
So it's more
Sorry.
just out in the open.
And pythons nowadays.
Nellie says we should switch seats.
We should switch seats.
Yeah, maybe this is not my good side.
I thought we were almost done. Yeah.
I think that's all the questions. I haven't seen any
Maybe
more
next time we
except
will
for,
switch seats. It's a good call. Yeah, I just don't know why it's so bright on that side. It is kind of weird.
It's bright on your side too. It's just you're wearing black and I'm not.
That could be it. Yeah,
Hmm.
that could be. Yeah, and this light is bad. We'll figure something out. Eventually. It's also this camera too. Could be that. I don't think the other camera would have bleached out your face like that.
Yeah. It is bad camera. We have to figure this out.
Yeah, I know. I'm not looking forward to that. But
How
we'll
come
figure it
that
out.
other camera's not working? It's just
I don't know.
another Miko camera that.
It's not connecting to my phone. I don't understand why.
Oh, well, my phone's dead.
Her phone's dead.
So if there's another question, I cannot see it.
I don't think there's any other questions. I think it's about time to wrap it up.
Okay.
So what do we say? What do we say at the end? Other than I'm tired.
Well, I guess. Oh, I got it.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching.
That's good.
Please, if you haven't already hit the thumbs up to this video, click the thumbs up, subscribe, hit the bell so that you get notifications as soon as we go live and do something crazy. And keep watching those goats because we're growing babies. I
No,
think.
you didn't make anybody feel bad. I don't know why she
Huh?
said that.
What?
Nellie, did she just say switch seats?
Oh yeah.
No,
It's
not
fine.
at all.
I don't
I haven't liked the lighting from the beginning.
I don't
so,
take
yeah.
anything personally.
Are you gonna decorate the barn for Halloween?
Oh
No,
no.
no, we don't decorate the barn. For
The only
anything.
thing we're gonna do for Halloween is maybe give the goats our leftover pumpkins. That's it.
Yep. Let the goats play with our pumpkins.
Let them eat them.
Yes, they could do that.
Pumpkin seeds are very good for animals. Chicken specifically.
I was gonna say we normally give our pumpkins to the chicken. I thought we were going. Yeah, that's where we normally do with our pumpkin. What do you want?
She got itchy.
Yeah. Yep. All right, you could get that. Okay.
Let me get down.
It's
All right, we're going.
time to go now. I got to figure out how to end this. Oh, look, that button right
usually
there.
Say bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Yeah, everybody.